Life's stressful. I was just, I was really doing my chest. Everything's just furry. And I'm like, all right, tired of this. So I get in the shower. I'm shaving. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to shave the balls and everything. I'm going hard. So I get everything down to a slick. I even go against the grain.
Oh my God!
Just on some parts to get it like baby.
That hurts a little bit.
Sucks. Yeah. It got
yeah.
Let me out. Let me out of here. Get me the hell out of here.
This girl, I used to hook up with her. Well, anyways, we kind of fell out of touch. She's a little weird anyway. And I had these 2 girls lined up. The both girls canceled on me. So she shows up and she has gained like 80 pounds.
She gets up and you're like, here, put the Spider-Man mask on. I've always had a real kink for this.
I love Spider-Man. Yeah, you take it, Spider-Man. See, and they already do it to me right now in the chat. I see it. Where is it at? Look, it's in Enrico. It says, you like swamp. No, that's not what I'm saying, you motherfucker. I'm saying a little. I would be in Vegas right now getting shot on by like 9 dudes. Here's like, for like $2,000, bro. Let's go.
Let's do it.
You gonna on me? What the fuck is going on?
I'd be going crazy. I'd have an OnlyFans because your boy wants a Ferrari. I don't know how I get it. What's up, you bitches in the chat? How you guys doing? It's a Saturday. Look, LeeAnn just taking Zia's spot. This isn't allowed. Like,
yeah, I'm on the bottom of Zia.
Yeah,
I like that her background matches my hair.
It does.
Yeah.
This
is immediately bring another woman on, and this is what happens. Background matches my hair. What size boobs do you have? It's like, fuck.
We were talking about these things.
But you about boobs. You're a guy. It's fun.
Boobs are very important.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I agree. I completely agree. I'm not in disagreement. I think we misunderstood. Today, boys, today is the 10th running of the Saturday Night Camel Thoughts. We have LeeAnn Starr joining us today. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. I love that 2 or 4 boobies are better than 2.
Always.
And Zia's look pretty good. So
they look good in a push-up bra. Outside of a bra, they're very sad right now.
What do they do? What do they look like? Show me.
They've bought. I've talked about this. Sorry everybody. I've been super sick. But everybody's like, are you still plague ridden and why are you here? I do feel a lot better. My fever has been hovering like in the low 99 point something range, which is not bad. It got up to 103 there for a couple days. I was fucked up. I was not doing good, but I don't feel great, but I feel like I'm at like maybe 70%, which is way better than I was. Good. So that's why I'm here, everybody. And I do actually feel okay. I just keep getting the sweats.
Good. Dude, I always have this. You all right?
Yep. I almost choked on my cough drop.
God, I can't stand you. Anyways.
Even while you're hacking, you're still hot. So it's all right.
Oh, I love you, LeeAnn.
Thank you. You got that gag reflex still.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your boobs bounce when you cough, so it's good.
That's all I need to just sit here and cough them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, my boobies bottomed out. The implant slips down, and I've talked about this on my channel before too. The implant slipped down, and so my nipples are like up here.
Oh,
it looks super goofy.
Oh yeah, you sent me a picture.
I sent you a picture.
No, I was like, what the fuck happened, bro?
Yeah. So I have to go get them fixed in February.
I almost canceled my tickets to the fucking Content House too. I was like, I can't do this.
Aww. No, you have to come because if you don't go, I don't want to go.
Did you miss the joke? It was about your titties.
Oh.
You were like, you saw me titties, and I was like, I almost canceled my flights, bro. Disgusting. Oh, by the way, speaking of disgusting, we're talking about the Completionist today, and Alex Jones, and Destiny. Yes, and we're talking about all these bitches. Number 1, Completionist, I think he's a liar, and I'm gonna tell you why. Number 2, Alex Jones is based. Number 3, Destiny, cuck as hell. That's fine, whatever. Now, before we get into that, though, we got to talk about something very important. Today is the 245th possible naked snake, 5 away from my 24-hour stream, which will likely occur in January. Now, that being said, past that, Fight Milk, which we have hit the last couple streams, which is very unexpected, and we have help from an amazing community of people like Billy Hatcher coming in with a damn $100 super chat. First things first, unbelievable. I'll be immediately just sending that to Zia. It says, Cody being late and gay like usual, and if Elon unbans Alex Jones, he needs to unban you and fire the furries. I agree. Dude, I agree with that. Fuck furries. Even though, I've been in a fursuit a couple times, but it was at, I was trying to bang a girl and I was trying to impress her. And that just happened to be your thing. So I had to fight through the slogs, go through the trenches to be able to get towards the goal. Thank you, Billy.
It just seems like that'd be really hot.
Yeah.
It is. Oh,
Right?
there's a thing called the Headless Lounge. And when you get to the Headless Lounge, everybody takes their heads off. Here's the demographic at a furry convention. Everybody removes it because everybody looks like cute, stupid animals, right? You take your head off. 90% of the demographics are 13-year-old autistic girls with short hair. And some of them are gross. Some of them are like cute little girls. They just look normal. And you're like, huh, weird, autism. And then the other 15%, 50-year-old gay dudes.
Oh boy.
And then me. And I was like shredded when I went to this thing. I took off my head and they have like little pops coming out of like these little machines and the air shoots out of them. And you put your little head on it and shit.
Wait, where were you at? Where was it at?
It was called Anthrocon.
Is it in Pittsburgh? Because that's where I live and
Yeah.
I used to go. Yeah, I've been there. I haven't been there in a couple years, but no one took off their head when I went. Like this was like years and years ago. Like they were real serious about it.
Club, LeeAnn. So when you're part of the club, you get the access to what's called the Headless Lounge. You have to have a badge to get in.
Yeah, I didn't go there, but
LeeAnn is like, I just dabbled.
well, I've just seen them walk everywhere, so I was like, I'll just go.
LeeAnn's like they didn't ruin the mystery for me.
No,
Breaking the illusion.
No, I don't think I'd want to fuck someone with those things on. That's weird. It's like an
Yeah.
animal.
It's like
that's so weird.
That's not for me. That seems terrible.
Nope. Just
no, I think like dildos that are like rubber ducks and stuff are weird. Like that's weird to me.
It's also weird.
It's so weird.
I want one. Wait,
it's
like
a
butt
toy.
plug?
It's gross.
It'd be hilarious if you have a butt plug and on the end of it's just a freaking a rubber duck.
No, God,
you're like
weird.
Poking out of your butt.
No, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna order one off eBay, 1 day shipping or Amazon. Ready, Zia?
And you're putting it in.
I'm gonna put it in Zia's ass, and just so
yours.
When you're hitting it, when you're going ham, it's just a duck looking at me.
No, you have to put it in yours. It'll be better.
It'll be battery operated, so it's just doing this every 5 seconds.
Oh my God, that's disturbing. They probably have it.
Why did you have that sound effect ready to go, Cody?
I thought about this for years, actually.
This is something that he's been waiting to unveil.
I was waiting for somebody to mention it for 5 years on YouTube. Finally, we got the conversation down so I could finally use it. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy. I love you. I appreciate you, Billy, with $100 super chat. Dude's a maniac. But we're not alone in the world. We're also joined by Eric Lineker. $100 super chat already. Oh my God, he's on fire. Look at this man. Says, sorry, ladies, I only sent for Cody. No homo. Well, I'm going to say full homo, and I appreciate you, Eric. You're the man. I love you. I appreciate you. You're goated as hell. 2 $100 super chats, a quarter of the way to Naked Zia, Naked Snake. Thank you guys so much. We've never missed it on this show. We've never missed it once, and that's unbelievable.
Makes my whole heart so full.
So full. So full. Thank you,
so
Eric.
Full of phlegm right now.
It's like when it's like heart boners, right? So like when you see a woman, this is completely unrelated, but when you see a woman and she's in your house and she's like cleaning, and she's like she like really takes pride in it, and she's like making some food, and she really
I was gonna say she's baking a pie with an
really
apron
likes
on.
making a food, and she's like, I love really trying different recipes, and here I made you this, you just woke up, here's your breakfast, oh my God, I love you. And then your like kid runs downstairs and she's like, oh, time for school, and pulls his little pants up buttons, and you look cute, me, put a little jacket on, let's walk you down. I'm just like, oh, my heart boner is like I can't help it, it's biology. I'm like,
I was gonna say, but you don't even want any of those things.
No, I don't. When I see it, like on the outside looking in, like maybe it's like a mutual friend. I'm just like,
do you know why? Because
I would just fucking full steam ahead, like unleash all my baby gravy in that woman, and I can't help it.
But here's the problem: it looks like that from the outside, but it ain't like that on the inside, my friends. Yep.
What? Oh, it's like loose. Oh, you're talking about
no. I'm talking about like the dynamic of the house. Like, have you ever do you have siblings, Cody?
Yeah.
Right? Like growing up. Oh yeah, no, you do. That's right. I'm so sorry. Growing up, Jesus. I forgot there for a second.
It's her fever.
It was my I was blame it all on the illness. But yeah, it's just pure chaos. Like it's never this like perfect picture perfect thing. It's just like kids are running around screaming, everything's a fucking mess. The mom's exhausted, the hair's all over the place. No, it's not Instagram. Like that's not what it is. That's not reality.
No.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you. I love you. You're goated. Thank you. You're the man. Johan, 3 girls, 1 podcast. Let's go.
3 girls.
Thank you so much, Johan. I love you. I appreciate you.
Cody's got boobs bigger than the both of us.
They are pretty massive looking. Thank you, Johan. You're the goat. First orange boy. It's Johan. He's the man. Yeah. I might be wrong. Is it? No, there's 2. Oh no, he was the first. There's just another one. Oops.
Yeah, the other one's also from him. There's another one from him.
Wookie B Bats is so many boobs on the stream. I'm all for it. Get on it. Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Zia, make sure you get a chick with giant boobies. And she's like, I'm on it. And then she's like, Alex Stein's coming on. I'm like, what the fuck? Hold on.
I think his boobs are bigger than mine.
Yeah. At least there's that.
Wait, Zia, can you flex your boobs? Like,
no.
can you do that?
Can you do it?
Yeah.
Oh no, you got to do it when we do neck and snick.
Yeah. You got to do it.
Oh, yay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Wookie. I love you. Appreciate you. And Johan says, Cody, I told Zia she should jar her loungies and sell them like
loogies.
Loogies. Oh, I hate the word so much that I forgot it existed. I bet Vito would buy it and try to vape it. Oh God. Jesus. Right.
Johan did say that I should be selling my loogies. What am I thinking?
Just spit in my mouth. Oh,
passing up on a real business opportunity.
We can't sell them now. They might think of it as like bioterrorism because you're sick. You're trying to spread.
God, that's so true. Yeah. I'd get arrested. I'd end up in prison. They're like, this is COVID, Lou.
Yeah, she's spreading COVID. This is dangerous.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll sit there in bed and it's like really cold. Like I'll forget to. It's like today it's like 70, and the 2 days before it was like 31. So it's like really fluctuating. So I turn my heat on and off and on. Sometimes I'll forget and it'll be really cold in my like master bedroom. And I'll put my like hand like right here, like under my gooch to keep it warm. And I'm just laying there trying to be warm. And then I like bring it out of it hiding for like after like an hour and I smell it. And I'm like, man, I should be selling this.
What does it smell like?
It smells awful yet enchanting.
Oh my God.
It like does something. It's weird. I don't know if it's probably because it's my own flavor though. And I'm like, damn, nice. You know? You ever like stick your thumb in your ass and you smell it? Like, damn, nice.
No, I've never stuck a thumb in my ass before.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate you, Johan. You're goated. 2 orange boys from my boy. I love you. I appreciate you. Nathan says Drex isn't late. He's on CP time. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate you. Push Up says it's in 2 hours. It'll be my birthday. Well, happy birthday in 2 hours. Tell me again in 2 hours.
Birthday push-ups.
Tell me again in 2 hours, and I will give you some love. I appreciate you.
I'll sing you the birthday song.
Yeah, Z will see it, and she'll show you your boobies and everything. Just make sure you DM her. Black says, love you, broski. Appreciate you. And Reform Convict says, Abba and Preach made a video about you. Didn't know if you know. Yes, I left a comment on the video. It was really cool. I appreciate that. It was an awesome video to see. It's funny, man. I'm on Twitter, all the time. And by me, I mean my booking agent through me. And I'll see people. I saw this dude coincidentally. I say some spicy shit, right? Everybody does. And, depending on who you are, your opinion, you're going to get people angry at you. Obviously, it's the world, right? Mm-hmm. And there's this guy that constantly is angry at me. And he's angry at me because of the Pippa thing from back in the day.
Is this the same guy that was arguing with you over the Gerard thing? Because
no.
I just read that whole interaction that you guys had. That was it. You were like, it was exhausting watching the back and forth. He wasn't making any sense.
Yeah, it's just moving the goalposts. Well, people are obsessed with their favorite creator, and they'll defend them regardless of what they've done. And it's just how it works. And it's kind of gross, but whatever. Hey, man, he'll be audited, and likely something's gonna happen. They're probably cooking the books like a motherfucker right now, but that's neither here or there. There's a guy that's always like throwing shit at me on Twitter. And it's because of the Pippa thing. Like when the Pippa thing, we had a falling out. I was like, fuck, I didn't even realize that you couldn't joke about this shit. And I was like really defensive at first until like I talked to a few VTubers and they kind of told me, and I was like, okay, I understand, but it's too late. I can't just be like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
Right.
it's like over. So whatever. I told Pippa personally I was sorry, whatever, and she was like, all right, cool, whatever. And that was the end of it. So but there's a dude that's just fucking mad at me forever over it. And he's a fellow creator. He's like a very small creator, but I've seen him on like shows and stuff. And he's always throwing the most like heinous, like motherfucker, like bowing up, like like bullies bowing up at you in school, like that kind of like tweet. But I saw him in real life at a convention, and of course he's like he's that guy, like kind of like a melting ass, fucking not washed beard guy. And I like saw him, looked into his eyes, and he just looked at me in terror, and then I just walked away. Because in real life, that motherfucker would never say a goddamn thing to me.
They never do.
Of course
Never.
not. Yeah.
Never. I will. I'll go up to him.
I will
yeah,
too.
Bitch.
I don't give
Do
a fuck.
something. He'll be like, no, I'm sorry. And then I'll be like, yeah, that's right, bitch. That's what I'd say. Because I don't give a fuck. What
always. They always, every
Without that
time
thing.
I've ever seen someone that didn't like me, they'll leave. They'll like walk away, won't even look at me. I'm like,
Wow.
you're a bitch, dude. Like,
That's
come
social
on.
media. That's
And
what
are
we-
these people that have like talked shit to you online before, LeeAnn?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Always,
such
every
fucking
time. Even when I'm gonna debate
pussy.
someone, they always cancel. They always back out. They'll talk all this shit and then they just don't.
Yep.
I'm like,
It's social media. It gives these people that would never do these things otherwise in real life. It gives them an outlet to like, say some bullshit. And it's like you'd never say that to somebody's face in real life. I'm like, yeah, I would. Of course I would.
Bitch shit.
Me. And I'm like, yeah, so you couldn't stand behind it. I'll say anything I say on any social media, I will say to your face.
Me
I don't give
too.
a damn. What are you gonna do? Swing at me? That's fine. You gonna beat my ass? You might. I don't know. We'll see. Like I don't
I mean,
care.
we're gonna do a fight, then that's it.
Let's
Who
go.
cares? Like, and
Those motherfuckers.
if
never
it
gonna-
comes to that, I mean, it shouldn't. But I mean, if you hit me first, then I'm gonna fuck you up because
yeah, dude, I'm dying. Like
I'm not gonna hit you first, but if you touch me first, then yeah.
the thing is,
hell yeah.
like it's always dudes that look like they've never been in within 100 square miles of a gym. I'm like, bro, I'm not worried about you, dude. Not worried.
And sometimes those guys can fight, but that's super fucking rare. Like
Yeah.
usually it's the other way around. And they're oh god. I'm noticing too, like Hawaii is super ghetto, and I feel like I've talked about this a bit. So like growing up, it was,
Thank you. I appreciate you, not a glowy. Thank you.
not a glowy.
I got out of it with
Can't
this.
ignore
See
those.
this?
Those
Nice.
that chiseled jawline from all your cutting.
Worked out. Yeah. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah,
like, Hawaii's ghetto as hell.
It's super ghetto. You grow up fucking with the fear that you're going to get your ass beaten if you look at someone the wrong way. And that's just kind of like how it is. And so moving to New Jersey, there's all these rich little bitches that sometimes give you the dirtiest look. And immediately the ghetto in me comes out. And I'm like, these little fucking bitches have never gotten punched in the face for looking at someone wrong before. And it shows. And like immediately I'm like, I just want to beat the shit out of this girl. And it like comes out of me. Of course, they're fucking rich and like 22, and I'd probably get sued immediately. But but I can't help it. It just comes up and it comes out. I don't know how people.
I don't either.
Right? Like they grew up just not
My
getting
mom
their
just
ass
moved to
beat.
Hawaii too.
Wait, your mom just moved there?
Yeah, because my brother lives there.
Which island?
The Big Island.
That's the one I'm from.
Yep.
That's crazy. Do you know where in the Big Island they're living?
I don't remember what his neighborhood is named. I can't remember.
Text it to me. That's so awesome.
Yeah, they want me to move there, and I'm like, I don't know
No,
about that.
You don't want
She
to do
only
it.
moved because he had a kid, which I get. It's her grandkid. That's fine. And she lived in the ghetto here, so I'm glad she's like not in the hood anymore. But still, I'm like, I don't know about that.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
you might get pretty bored pretty quick.
I would imagine. I would feel trapped.
You are. That was
you can't
the
do
problem.
anything.
No, because you can't go anywhere, and you just find yourself surrounded by a lot of drugs too. Throwing that out there. Drugs
No,
are
my
fucking
brother was
everywhere.
an MP, and then he was a regular cop there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he said it's like Dawn of the Dead. Like these people will just rob all these stores, and they don't do anything because they're too scared, and it's just insane. They're like zombies. I'm like, I don't want to fucking move there. You're like, first of all, why would you do heroin if you lived on Hawaii? It's like triple the price. Sometimes they can't get it. Like, why would you even start doing that shit? Fuck that, man.
Yeah, no, heroin is it's weird how much it's a problem there, but meth is the other big one.
Oh yeah, meth.
is
That's like the one my
huge.
brother said was really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that.
people saying, you know, oh, why shouldn't you live here? There's like, it's kind of related, but there's always people telling you that, and they probably don't even live in the place, but they're always telling you how great it is to live in this terrible fucking place. And I'm like, have you ever lived anywhere else? And they're always doing the thing. I've had people in New York City. I've had people in LA being like, yeah, it's just a great place. And I'm like, okay, well, explain to me why. And they're like, people in LA specifically say the same thing always. They're like, well, it's always 72 degrees. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
it's not always 72 degrees. I lived in LA for 7 years. It's fucking not.
Yeah. And
it's 111 degrees in the goddamn summer, and it's fucking horrible.
So, LA is terrible. Don't ever believe anyone.
It smells like sewage. It smells like straight sewage. But no, it's like, I'm not going to pay $2 million for a shit ass house in LA so I can maybe get some decent weather. And also, I'm not getting stabbed. And they always do the same shit. They send me crime rate per 100,000 statistics. They never send you the actual number. For example, like my city, this is what people always do, and I don't know why. It's like, for example, we use New York as an example because I'm actually talked about this before. But New York is roughly the same size, a little bit larger, little bit. New York City is a little bit larger than the city I live in, but there's like a jillion more people, right?
Yeah.
So obviously there's way more murders, like way more, which that makes sense per the population. The issue is it's almost the same size as the place I'm in. Therefore, if you're walking down the street and you walk 30 feet, you have 1,000% more likely chance of getting stabbed in the ass cheek because it's the same distance covered in the same square mileage. Well, that's how the crime rate should be expressed, but they don't. They're just like, well, there was only 31,000 deaths. So technically it's safer than your city because you had 4. And I'm like, you fucker. Like, it's the same size city though. That's the point. It's like, but yeah, technically your 4 deaths is higher crime rate. And I'm like, I hate you.
No,
because you have 60 million people in your city, you bastards.
Yeah. No,
Bastards,
especially now. New York is I lived in Manhattan. I loved it, but not now. Like, it was years ago, but now, it totally changed. Like, I was there when Rudy Giuliani was the mayor, and it was great. Now, no fucking way I would want to move there. I don't even want to go visit there because it just seems not safe to do anything. Like, I would ride the subways at 2 a.m. alone. And yeah, there's weird people, but they were like harmless, not like trying to kill you and shit like now. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Fuck that place. They were
well, because now there's no repercussions, so people don't have to worry about.
Mad.
It's upsetting. You're absolutely right. By the way, it was Giuliani, and then Bloomberg kept shit together, and then after that, it was just. And I go into the city, completely different place, and I go into the city to do like podcasts and things like that. And I moved in like the height of COVID. And my first in-person podcast that I did, that was when things started going back to in studio, I went into the city and I got out of the car. I parked and I got out of the car, and there was a guy smoking a meth pipe literally sitting on the sidewalk. And I was like, well, cool. Welcome to New York.
Yeah. Well, you're from Hawaii. You're used to that.
I'm used to that. Yeah. I saw in LA too. I like went out of where I was working, and there was a guy in the alley shooting up. And I was just like, it was like right around the time I left too. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. I've been accosted by homeless men there, like banging on my window, yelling at me when I'm trying to go to work. Like, it was a nightmare.
It's happening, dude. It's happening in my city. So we're becoming like, a lot of people are moving here. Probably because they're like, LA is the greatest place on earth. But my family has decided to move to Huntsville, Alabama. Just because, because. And I'm like, you bitches. No, they're coming here because they want a house for $800,000. That's like the size of a mansion. That's what. And
that's why your property tax is going up, Cody.
Yep. So every single dude, I used to drive down this. There's a 72 is over here. It's like University Drive. It's over in Huntsville. I used to drive down it, and once you get down past like the businesses that are in a cluster, it's just green, like plains, like grass plains for like 20 miles until you get to Athens or whatever. And now in just 2 short years, it is almost 100% those like apartment buildings that look like Legos, just all the way down. Apartment buildings as far as the eye can see, because people are moving here in droves because they're like, fuck, I don't want to pay $90,000 in property taxes. And it's like, but I'm going to come there and yell at you about LGBTQ. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
I don't give a fuck. Like, no one cares. And I'm coming here and stabbing me. The homeless people are coming too. In my gym parking lot, I saw one homeless guy in like 5 years in my gym parking lot. Now there's like 8, and they live in the gym parking lot, and they have like their buggies and their little tents. And I'm like, great, here we go. It's happening. They're bringing them here. But luckily they'll never get UBI in Alabama. That's not gonna happen.
What's UBI?
Universal basic income. So basically, in places like LA, last time I researched it, which has been a while, homeless in LA, like I guess the county would get $1,000 UBI every month just to be homeless, which is why they moved there and drove, so they just get free money. That I might somebody in the chat correct me. I'm quite sure that's the truth. I remember watching a documentary on it. I could be wrong though.
Well, I talked to an actual homeless chick there, and she gets $1,500 a month. Her phone is paid for, and she can usually get into a shelter, but she chooses not to because they have like a tent and they get high. But she gets $1,500 and a phone.
There you go.
Shit.
And a phone. Damn.
She's like, I'm never gonna leave. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't either.
There's no incentive to go get a job. That's crazy.
Don't need it. Don't need it.
She has like a disability, like I don't all of them though, but so I don't know if it like varies on that for different things or
maybe she was getting some sort of a disability payment.
Yeah, plus for being homeless. Like all the homeless people get something. I'm not really sure how it's like divided up, but they usually get a phone though. She said most of them get like a free phone, and it's like a smartphone. It's like an iPhone or like a nicer one with internet.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
It's insane. It sucks because all I get is letters from the IRS. That's all I get. I don't get free shit. No, I got a letter. I got a letter from the
bullshit.
The IRS from my state, the Alabama IRS. I don't know. And they were like, we've determined it's no shit. It's a random assessment from like 7 years ago. They're like, oh, we reassessed your taxes from 2016. And I'm like, yeah, what? And they're like, and we have determined you owe $2,800. And I'm like,
I'd be so fucking mad.
And the second page, it's like the weirdest shit. Like, I'm like, do I pay this? Because it's like, if you agree with this assessment, make a voluntary payment. We accept voluntary. They use all this weird legal language. And I'm like, am I not required? It almost sounds like they're like, you can pay it if you want. But
definitely talk to like
not happen if you don't. I don't know. And I'm like,
yeah, exactly. I wouldn't. Fuck
they literally asked if you agree with this assessment. I'm like, well, I don't. Like, 2016, bro. I was like in my mid-20s. I'm in my mid-30s now. What are you talking about? It's crazy. And I get that shit every year. I'll get we've randomly decided you owe more. And I think it's because I pay my taxes. So I think it's because when you voluntarily pay your taxes every year, they're just like, oh, damn, a lot of people aren't. So let's just send all the people that are like, we've assessed that you owe like an extra $5,000. And if you agree, just pay it. And if not, well, maybe we'll assess it again. We'll see. I'm like, this all sounds real fucked up. Can I just pay you what I was supposed to pay you the first time? And then it's over. You already accepted it. We went through the process and the IRS was like, we accept your shit. And I'm like, all right, cool, here's money. And they're like, never mind. And I'm like, this is bullshit. All right.
No, I'm with you.
They should be able to reassess it. You already did it and that's it.
Yeah. Once it's done, it's done. There's no more. Wait, I'm sorry, Johan, what? I just looked at the chat right at the time that Johan's thing popped up and it said Jersey charged me $6,200 for leaving 8 years ago.
What? Yeah. California, they passed, or I think they are trying to pass. I don't live there.
No, I heard that they were trying to charge people to leave.
The exit tax.
I remember hearing that too, but we didn't get that because we left in 2020 and I don't remember having to pay anything to leave.
Well,
like when we filed.
It's so the exit tax for California, I think what it got whittled down to eventually, I think at first, if you left, you had to pay 5 years in income tax to California, even when you don't work there anymore. But I think it got rewrote over and over because obviously, like, no one supported it because people were leaving. You know, I just tell them to fuck off, to be honest. But what are they going to extradite me back? No, I doubt it. So I think it got rewrote till it was people that made over 10 million, like, or had a net worth of over 10 million.
They probably tried to do that shit when Elon left, took his companies. Like, you know what, we got to get this in here.
They were all doing it. Like, every billionaire was like fucking out of California, and California was like, fuck, like, oops.
Yep. Oh, they're like, hurry up, get this shit passed. That's wild. No state should be able to do that. That's like fascist shit. Like,
yes.
It's funny too, because the people that are doing it, LeeAnn, are the people that are like, billionaires don't pay taxes. Yeah. They always find a way to not pay. And it's like, I'm leaving. I'm a billionaire. They're like, wait, you if you leave, we will get less tax money. It's like, oh, weird. You say I don't pay it anyway, so I'm out. Like, no,
yeah, exactly. It makes no sense. Like when Andrew Cuomo was like begging people not to leave New York because they pay for everything, for all the welfare programs, everything. And they're all leaving. And he's like begging them to come back. Like, why would they come back? It's a shithole now.
Yeah, no, thank you. I would never want to be there.
They're
Slosher.
getting literally nothing for their fucking tax money.
Wait,
No. Why
Wait.
would they want to be there? Especially now.
did I read this, Raken? Finally, a stream that's not gay. Maybe I did. Maybe not. Love you, Raken. I
I
appreciate
don't
you.
remember that one.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. You're the man. I appreciate you, my man. We have a bunch of Rumble rants coming in, so I'll do that. Where the fuck is Drex? Drex will be joining literally in like any minute. Thank you so much, Raken. I love you, my man. Tristan, you know it's a great stream when you got 3 10s on it. Oh. Thank you.
Wow, Tristan.
Wow.
3 whole
Oh my
tens.
god.
My
Wow.
goodness.
Oh my lord, the vapors. Thank you so much, Tristan. I love you. Slight love. 5 for the Goomba. Did you see the video of Hunter Avalon cowering behind his recently shot GF after her ex came to murder? Yeah, so that's so Hunter Avalon, his girlfriend's ex came to their house with a shotgun and trying to fuck up some shit. She got shot, I think, in the leg. This is a crazy situation, by the way. And this should not happen to anybody. Dude got taken care of, or he took care of himself. And Hunter Avalon doesn't deserve that. No one does, regardless of what you think about him. But yeah, that is true. Now, granted, it's kind of hard what you do in the situation depending on who you are. I know what I do. There's a reason why I got shotguns I have a shotgun under my bed. I have a shotgun right here beside me. I have 12 gauges everywhere, and they blow you in half. So I know what I would do, right? Because I'm very good. I race oval cars going 100 plus miles an hour all the time, good under pressure. So I'm like, let's go. But he didn't really know how to react. So he was just like panicking and kind of acting like a girl. And I get it. Everybody's different. It shouldn't have happened anyway. But yeah, it was weird. He was like acting kind of strange. But a lot of people were like, well, you wouldn't do it in this situation. And you might be right. Now, I would be afraid. Therefore, I would be holding guns. Get away, motherfucker. No one, if anybody turns that doorknob that I'm pointing this gun at, I'll blow that door in half.
I don't know who he is, though. I heard his name, but like, who is he? Like, what does he do?
He's a content creator. I always see somebody randomly having like beef with him. So I don't really know. I haven't really followed it.
He's not like a journalist or something. He's just like a online person.
He's like a content creator. And he covered all kinds of stuff. I need to look more into it. I didn't actually see the video, but I heard people saying he was like.
I seen the video, but I just remember them being like scared. I didn't see him at all in it. It was her, and her leg was like bleeding. But I didn't. That's the only video I seen. But I've seen that name before, but I don't know like who he is or what he does.
Yeah. So I can tell you exactly what I do. If there was somebody in my yard, out my backyard, out my front yard, and they were acting a fool and they had a gun, I wouldn't wait. If he was beating on my door, I wouldn't wait. I'm in Alabama though. I would literally chamber my shotgun and at the door over and over and over, just fucking over and over. I wouldn't give a fuck, So that's how I'd react. But
wait, didn't the cop shoot and kill the dude? Like, isn't he?
I thought he did it. I thought he took care of it.
He didn't die.
No,
okay.
I think he.
I wasn't sure.
It's a shitty situation. I don't really know the entire situation, but people were saying he was acting like a girl. I don't really know. But I can tell you, all I can do is tell you what I do, and I'm gonna die before anybody fucking gets one off on me or the people I love. Everybody die. You even look at my dog wrong, and so don't do this. He's my boy. Slag Lust, I love you. Slosher's here. Slosher. Oh my god. Not holding criminals accountable contributes massively to crime, not just as a deterrent, but putting away career criminals. I saw a statement last year that in New York City, 300 people were responsible for half the theft. So New York's a good example. There's a lot of places that are a good example of this, but they decriminalize certain things like, shoplifting, robbing with gunpoint. A lot of these things got moved from felony to misdemeanor. It's called progressive persecution. What that means is they lower the actual crime rate, not by getting rid of crime, getting rid of the definition for felony and misdemeanor. So
like they do with everything.
Correct.
That's pretty much like the stuff that you learn. Like when I watch The Wire, it's so realistic, and it's that kind of stuff. And you start to watch and realize why these cities in these states get worse and worse and worse and worse. That show does a phenomenal job of breaking it down and showing you exactly what's going on.
Yeah, because what is harder for a politician that's got voted in and they're siphoning money because their brother or their sister or their husband or mom happens to work as a treasurer for whatever organization they're sending donos to? What is the best way for them to fix a problem? An illusion. So if you have 3,000 people committing a felony every year, make the crime they're committing not a felony anymore. Suddenly you have 0 felonies a year and you're a good mayor. That's how New York City works. Yep. Even though everybody's like, yeah, you're going to die here, and it's getting worse and worse, they just keep decriminalizing it more and more. Same thing's happening in fucking Oregon. Same thing's happening in California. Instead of fixing the problem, they decriminalize it, and they always like to use the phrase, well, the reason we're decriminalizing this is because it disproportionately affects minorities. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, that's fine, I guess. Thank God I'm never moving there.
They really just want us to die, though. They don't give a
100%.
shit. Do drugs, shoot each other. It's easier for them.
Why?
They're like, whatever.
Why,
and then they
LeeAnn?
keep their voter base.
Why? Yeah, that. And also because they don't have to, it doesn't affect them.
Nope.
They are living not in that city. They live on the other side of town in their mansion with armed guards. They could give two shits what's happening in that city.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck. No, I don't care. Thank you, Slosher. Love you. Alman Joan says, don't forget to bring up and make fun of the simp that spent $62,000 on Ruby Rose OnlyFans. I thought, look,
pathetic.
when I read
that was insane.
That's
Yeah.
so pathetic, dude. What?
I got another thing too I want to show about that, about similar to that. So Ruby Rose, when I heard this, I read this first, and I was like, dude, Ruby Rose, like she was kind of hot on Orange Is the New Black, even though she's a little gay looking, but it's fine. I mean, I could dig it. And then I realized it was not even the same lady. It's a completely different lady.
one.
There's like a bunch of these bitches named the same shit. Stop naming your shit, Ruby Rose. And she looks like a garbage can to me. But like this dude was all about it, and he was like offering to. He spent $62,000, and he offered her like $300,000.
Dude, he sent her another 30,000. He spent another 30,000 on her. Did you see all the messages that he wrote her?
Yeah,
all the unhinged messages.
And she didn't
Holy
bang him, right?
shit. No,
Did
she
she bang
didn't
him?
bang him. No, not that I know of. She just like, well, because I don't think that he just ran into her and got a picture with her. I think he was stalking her and showed up where she was to like get this picture with her.
I ran into you.
Yeah,
Okay.
he ran into you where you're at. Like, yeah, he fucking was stalking her and found her. That dude. But that dude also was apparently on a show about having a porn addiction, like back in the day. He's got an illness. He's sick.
Yeah,
and he shouldn't be allowed to be on the internet, probably just in general.
no.
right. Yeah. So that's the thing. Yeah.
That's so pathetic, dude.
Yeah, I mean, look at Zia.
It's
One
sad.
red boy, and you can see her ass. One
Red boy. The whole butt. I'll bend right over the. Wait, no, that's three red
my
boys.
Lord.
No. But yeah, let me read a few more of these super chats, and I want to bring up something in the chat. Ryan, live in San Jose, homeless get everything. That's how. Well, there's a reason why the homeless population continues to grow. Well, one thing is inflation, and the other thing is because it kind of pays, and you have no fucking responsibilities or stress. Big Sal up north says, "Come on now, I got to pay for all those new IRS agents somehow. You ain't freaking lying. You ain't
Don't
like,
even
please,
get me
for
started.
the love of Jesus, Trump, like." If the polls are anything to indicate what's going to happen, please win, and then just go to the IRS and be like, you fired, and it's just be over.
Abolish the whole IRS.
Abolish.
I don't even care. I'm telling you right the fuck now. I don't even care what other policies they fucking back. If they're abolish the IRS, I'm voting for them immediately.
Dude, like
I don't give a shit what else they stand for. They're like, fuck gays. Y'all can't get married. I'd be like, sorry, guys.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? if Trump was like, okay, we're gonna abolish the IRS, and then he's like, but it's illegal to be gay, I'll be like, okay.
Like, well, you can't get married. Whatever.
I'm sorry, fellow
guys.
gays.
Live in sin. Who cares?
I need that money, son. I'll do
Just
anything.
a piece of paper.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly. Oh
Consumption
my God.
tax. Bring in the consumption tax of like 13%, and I can avoid it if I want to. That's what we need.
Goddamn straight.
That's for sure. Albatross. I'm in the Bay Area. We have homeless camps and shanty towns with solar panels and kitchens on the overpasses. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. It's like its own, it's like an ecosystem. It's like when you put a jar outside of like pickle juice and then fill it with dirt, and then you watch like fucking like an entire universe come out of it, and there's like bugs and shit in it and like families. It's weird. Thank you, Albatross.
Didn't they blame a kitchen on that freeway fire, that magically happened before the Chinese guy came, the president?
Z?
And that whole thing was because of the stove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, right, dude.
Yeah. They definitely
Exactly.
didn't clean that shit. They cleaned it all up within like 30 seconds and then put Chinese flags lining the roads that the car came down. That's crazy.
And then my favorite is that dumbass is like, what, you don't clean your house when you have guests coming over? No, my house is always clean because I don't want to live in filth, you fucking animal.
Absolute animals. Johan says, I left Jersey and moved to Pennsylvania 8 years ago. Filed my taxes, had them check okay, the whole 9 yards. I got a letter saying I didn't file right, called them, and the lady from the New Jersey tax department told me it was basically an exit tax. Shocking.
Dude,
absolutely shocking.
Wow.
They don't care. They want your dude. It's everything. You tax on everything 5 times. They double dip. We're bringing home 40% of what we make total after everything is said and done. My property tax is up 500% than it was 3 years ago. It's just getting insane. It's getting insane. I want the consumption tax So if I decide I don't really want to pay taxes today, I'm not going to buy that giant handle of whiskey. There you go. I'm done. I don't have to do it.
I just can't believe they do that exit tax. Like, are you serious? Like, that is so fascist,
come
dude.
get me.
That is fucked
get
up.
Me, bro. I ain't scared. Come get me. That ain't gonna do nothing. Thank you, Johan. I appreciate you. What is Black says, you in favor of national divorce? What does that mean? Was it? I've heard the phrase 100 times. Does it mean we just we secede states? What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I've never heard the term national divorce.
You let all the fucking liberals go do whatever they want, and we go do whatever we want. So they can live in filth and shit, and then we can, and they'll probably come to our side because everything will fall apart and they'll have nothing.
Says, separate red states by blue states. Let's say
LeeAnn, okay.
Yeah. It'd be like, man, it'd be weird because they'd be like, you know how they do it. They just cook the books. Well, the crime rate in blue states is actually way lower if you actually look at the numbers. It's like, yeah, well, there's been one murder in my city in like 10 years. So you can fuck off. You can show me all these random like articles and studies that are randomly and completely biased stuff from CNN.com. But I'm gonna go with the fact that no one's died here in like 10 years. I think one person died like 10 years ago, and 3 people died at the same time like 2 years ago. In my subset of the city that I live in. I don't actually live in Huntsville, Alabama. I live like in a city that's bordering it. Huntsville probably has a higher crime rate because it's really densely populated. Thank you, Black. I love you, Black. You the man. Are you in favor of national divorce? I don't know. And the reason I say this is because the idea of liberal and conservative is checks and balances, but it doesn't seem to matter anymore. It seemed to matter a long time ago, but now it's just like they're the same guy. Like, for example, if there's something that's
the problem.
If there's something that affects money, the left and the right agree, right? So if it's like we need term limits, like conservatives and liberals are like, oh no, because they're all a bunch of shasty bullshitters, just like the completionist guy Gerard. So that's how I feel about that. So it's hard to say. Maybe now, but I don't know. I feel like the system was designed not to be like that. Jim Satala. Be really careful when you get letters and phones claiming you owe taxes and then telling you to send payment. 95% of the time, it's a scam. It's a major problem. Don't call the number on a letter. Call an office number. Thank you, Jim. I actually do appreciate that because I wasn't even thinking about that. So thank you.
That is a fucking great point. Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, because this only started happening when I started net paying in an ass ton of money. So thank you, Jim. I love you. I appreciate you. People asking for Drex. Drex should be here like in 5 minutes or less, I'd imagine. So we'll see. Let me double check that the link is in his thing. Yes, it is. All right, cool. All right, so thank you guys. Thank you, Jim. I love you. When Drex gets here, it's gonna get wild. He's funny. Thank you, Jim. Kyle Kalukin said, "Did you hear about the guy that spent 80 grand and 90 procedures to look like Britney Spears? Society is doomed." Yeah, he just looks like
Jesus. No,
he literally just looks like a fat gay guy. Like he doesn't look anything like Britney Spears.
Can you pull him up because I need to see this?
I didn't hear that one. I've seen other ones though that look nothing like the people they're trying to look like.
Yeah,
I don't understand getting so much. Like, I understand if someone wants a nose job because they have a beak, or want to get some boobs because they're flat.
You still say beak in front of God. Jesus.
The point is, I know if there's like something glaring that someone's like, like wanting to fix one particular thing that bothers them. But this whole thing where like, what was that girl from the show a long time ago that got all those procedures at once? She got like 16 fucking plastic surgery procedures at once. The blonde one, the hell is her name? Heidi something?
There's like a few of them. Wait, who was she trying to look like?
She wasn't trying to look like anyone. She just like got all this shit done at once. She like got her boobs done.
Heidi Montag.
Yes.
Yeah. It was bad, dude. She looked better before. They usually always
did.
do.
Yes. Like you get carried away. That
I'm gonna be honest.
Like
I think this guy doesn't look like Britney Spears at all, but I think he looks better than Britney Spears.
I
completely honest. I think he actually looks better than Britney. He was already adorable before. Come on.
Yeah,
well,
he doesn't look as bad as like that Ken doll guy and shit.
Oh, that guy looks horrible.
He's terrifying.
Oh, his face is scary.
Yeah,
that's all. That's a mental illness when you get to that point. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not just trying to be a fucking freak.
Yeah,
you're tired of people being like, wow, like that's what they're addicted to. People being like, holy shit, or going on talk shows and talking about their shit. That's what they're addicted to. Build a wall around California. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you. That puts us exactly 590. From Naked Snake, Naked Zia for the 10th show in a row. And Morris on Rumble says Drex is a cool motherfucker. Been following him for since I seen him on Nick. A lot of truth and comedy in his words. Keep it up. You make me laugh. Mr. Cage says, "What's up, Cam, Leah, Zia, and where the fuck's Drex?" And he's still laying on the ball over you. He'll be here, I promise you. Make sure you guys like the show in honor of Drex, in honor of LeeAnn, but not Zia because she's already going to be here always. So she look how sick she is.
I'm holding it together.
You still look kind of cute. You still look a little cute, not totally cute. But.
Not as cute. I always think that when I get really sick, I look kind of downsy. Like something in the eyes.
God. I look like I can't pronounce my R's anymore.
It does.
You don't even look sick. You just sound sick.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Is the makeup's hiding it? Yes. I did like
fine.
Yay. Thank you. I did stay in bed for like 3 days. So I didn't do anything.
Well, you have to or you won't get better.
Oh, dude, I like...
makes you better is just sleeping.
I couldn't even stand up. I haven't had a fever that high in so fucking long. Like the only way that I could get up to even do anything was to take Tylenol.
Did you put the thermometer up your butt or under your tongue?
Under my tongue.
Oh.
Although the thermometer that I have, Johan, I just want to pet Zia and feed her Wawa chicken soup. That sounds like the best life ever. Can that just be all the time? I do the type of thermometer that I have. You can put it in your butt, under your armpit, or under your tongue. It has like settings.
It has a butt setting?
It has a butt setting.
What?
Put it in there. Does it have a urethra setting?
Ooh.
Cody, I didn't know you were into that sort of thing.
No, I was just asking. I'm not into it.
You have to go get one if it does.
Dude, I will.
The temperature.
I will never forget. You know how we all have those weird childhood memories? I was like maybe 6. I don't remember, but I was sitting in the bathtub. You know how like when you were little and you were sitting in the bathtub and like the bathtub's huge and you're like just playing. You're like, this is great.
Yeah.
There was just like I was playing with dinosaurs and there was this dinosaur and it was floating towards me like a raptor or a T-Rex or something. It's like floating towards me ass first. So it's some tails, pointy tails poking out. That little bastard, like the stars aligned and it floated towards me and I watched it float towards me and the little tail just went in my pee hole and I screamed like a banshee. And I'm like, how did this happen? How did this? I feel like it just, and it hurt for days too. And that same weekend, it was crazy because I think I was at my cousin's house. That same weekend, you remember those heaters on the wall? You turn it on, it was like a gas heater, click, 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 and then it would like have those little pilot flame and 3 little like burning looking things.
I'm from Hawaii. No one has heaters.
So, anyways, it was I would always sit close to it because it's cold as fuck, and they didn't have central heating because this is like a long time ago. And I remember I was just sitting in front of it, real close, and my hair just caught on fire. Oh my God. The same weekend as the dinosaur pee. Yeah. Same.
Cody's just getting attacked by everything growing up, for Pete's sake.
Your dick hole and your hair. That's
imagine my parents. Like my aunt calling. So so Cody's hair caught on fire and then a dinosaur stabbed his pee hole. So it's like, damn.
Which one was worse?
Oh, I don't think the fire hair thing hurt at all. It just scared me. But the pee hole thing was it felt terrible. I remember it being
I bet.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, like people don't afford the catheters, right? So today, boys, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about the completionist. So if you guys are not following this whole debacle with the completionist thing, so completionist is a guy named Gerard. That old one gamer, I forget what his original handle was on YouTube, but he made all kinds of YouTube content, getting 100% on games, getting all these things, all this stuff. That's kind of what his deal was. He got a big following. He started a charity in honor of his late mother about dementia and was doing charity streams for the last 10, 11 years to garner money for dementia. Mudahar, Garjobs, they uncovered that he had never donated the money and kept it for 10 years for some reason, which obviously, the money depreciates an ass ton. And they did a conference call with the Gerard guy. Carl and Mudahar did a conference call with this Gerard guy, and the Gerard guy claimed that he did not know until just recently that the money had never been donated, even though it's his charity, which is weird. So that's basically the gist of it. Well, it kind of looks like they stole the money. There's another thing that's related that I won't go into about how his dad has a golf charity. His dad, by the way, has a golf charity that has been making hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. And since 2018 or 19, they were combining it with the Open Hand Foundation, which is Gerard's charity, and all that money apparently disappeared like a fart in the wind, and they still aren't talking about it. So that's kind of weird. So it looks like there's a giant ass scam going on. Money never went anywhere. Well, yesterday or yesterday or the day before, Gerard finally out of nowhere donated the money to I guess the charity that they were deciding. Keep in mind, like a month ago, he said, we didn't know who to donate it to. If you could tell us, we'll donate it right now, which is a weird thing to say. So he releases a response video today, goes through all the allegations, but he never touches on the fact that all his Twitch bits, subs, and merch went to the charity. Instead, it went towards expenses. He also said over and over that the money was being donated, and it was never donated. And now he's claiming that the reason they held the money for so long was to make a restriction payment, which means 100% of it would go to research instead of a percentage of it. Even though initially he claimed that he did not even know that the money was never donated. His brother said the same thing or something similar in an email taking suggestions to donate to a certain person. Now they're claiming that was the plan all along. So it all looks like bullshit to me. And of course, he's got a huge following, like a massive following, right? And that's cool. But what does that lead to? Even if half the people believe him that are involved in this like kind of drama thing, even half, that's a lot of stands that are pissed. Okay. So the issue is Gerard tells Muda and Carl that he just found out the money hadn't been donated last year, and he's not happy about it. He said this in the conference call. This is not cool, bro. But in his response video from yesterday or today, he said the plan all along was wait for a bigger donation because of fees, but waiting that long devalued the money because of inflation. So which one is it? And when you ask people, they won't tell you. They're like, well, that doesn't prove he was lying. And I'm like, motherfucker, you didn't donate it for 10 years. That's number one. Like, this is the first things first. He didn't donate the money for 10 years. He held it. He didn't tell anybody, and it was devalued. And he said every single stream he did these charity events, he said all the money was going directly towards this charity, even like name the charities he was working with. And he wasn't at all. None of it was happening. So first things first, he's a lying piece of shit. That's irrefutable. There is no, regardless of if it's something illegal happened, maybe it didn't. Maybe they walked a really tight rope to keep it barely legal. But first things first, he's completely a liar. He's a piece of shit. And a lot of people, it looks like his family might be involved in this. But he claims in his response video today that he never said he was donating the money. He said he implied he would. And that's a fucking lie. It's all a lie. There's 900 video clips of him saying this is going directly towards this. It never did. So that's first things first. And people are, dude, I tweeted about this shit today, and people are so mad at me. People are so mad at me. They're like he had receipts. And I'm like, all he did was show legal definitions for certain things. He didn't even show any financial statements, any financial receipts at all about anything.
And it's not even necessary. Like, now people are arguing the legality of it. It's not really a legality issue. It's more of a moral issue. The fact that he took the money and said he was going to donate it to charities, but didn't for 10 years.
But if they never would have made that video on him, he still never came out and said, oh, I'm going to do a big donation because of regulations or whatever. If they never would have made that video, he never would have brought it up. So that's a lie.
LeeAnn's so damn smart. Like, that's exactly what I said. I was like, this is the issue. This is the issue. If they're like Mudahar and Carl are committing slander. And I'm like, because after the fact, he donates it finally.
Yeah.
The only reason he donated it was because they made the video exposing him. Otherwise, he never would have, bro.
No, he would have said that a long time ago. Like, hey, we got to get a big donation so it's not regulated. He's never said that. So
yes.
No.
And it still looks like charity fraud. Now, people are now arguing, well, their lawyers are saying, or his lawyer said that they didn't do anything wrong. That's what he said in his response video. My lawyers and my legal team assured me there was no wrongdoing. Well, of course they're your lawyers. That's how this works. Lawyers are definitely not.
Ask another lawyer.
Ask a lawyer that you are not represented by and see what they say. Shit. Murderers with irrefutable video evidence have defense lawyers. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guy was like on Twitter was like, yeah, so their lawyers said nothing went wrong. So therefore nothing happened. I'm like, you're literally saying that death, a murder isn't possible because it's illegal.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying to me right now. Shocking. I guarantee you there's been at least one murder like today. somewhere.
At least.
And
That's
I
so
guarantee you-
scummy. Do people not believe in karma? Like that is a really shitty thing to do. Like that's
Yeah.
so
Well,
messed up.
it seems like his whole family's kind of, and I mean, his brother was on the chair. He's a board member. His father does a charity. Kind of what it looks like. What it looks like. It's not
Allegedly.
There's no super like concrete proof yet, but from tax documents, it looks like their whole family they run different charities and siphon money off of. That's kind of what it looks like.
They do what the Kardashians do.
Yeah, and that's the issue. That's 100% the issue. And people are like, well, no one's suing him for charity fraud. And I'm like, yet it's been fucking 1 day since he responded.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know that yet. And you're not going to know until it's filed. Like it's going to be future. But it's so crazy to me how stands like for his content can. Like there's people on his Twitter or on his Reddit, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad he finally responded, and he has all the receipts, and he proves everything." And I watched the video. I literally watched the video, by the way, and his entire response, and he said, "If you thought I did this, you thought I applied, or implied I would, I'm sorry." It was kind of like, if I offended you, then I'm sorry, kind of thing. Not, hey, I'm sorry because I did the thing. Because obviously he's having to walk a tightrope with legalese.
I was going to say his legal team told him what he can and can't say.
Yeah.
Well, he probably had an entire script start to finish from his legal team, which is obviously the right move. That's what you would have to do in this situation. So there's no judging him for that. But the issue is he never talks about the golf charity. He never talks about how before he claimed the money he didn't even know, and now he's claiming he knew the whole time, or his team knew the whole time, and they were planning on donating it coincidentally right now. They were always going to donate it right now. It was actually just a coincidence that they got exposed two weeks ago.
It was exactly 10 years we were going to donate it.
Right, and then he also at the end of the video implies that he's going to sue Carl Jobs for the exposing video, and I'm like, yeah, that worked. That worked really well for old Logan Paul and the
if it goes to discovery and he really did do things, then that's gonna be worse for them.
If the IRS finds $1 damn unaccounted for, you're fucked.
Yeah, that would be dumb on his part.
Fuck. And if you look at the tax documents right now, there's like hundreds of thousands of dollars not accounted for. And if you file your taxes, if you are a content creator or you work for yourself, damn self-employment tax. If you work for yourself,
that's why you have to file as an S corporation, Cody. Sorry,
yes,
I'm just going to interject.
I know.
Yeah.
So
no, I got the same thing. That's why I got hit with the self-employment tax, and I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Cool,
so, but yeah,
go on. Sorry.
That's the thing is, I was like looking at their expense report, and their expense report just says expenses. It's one bucket. Keep in mind, when I do my taxes, there's like 55 buckets of expenses, all like detailed with transaction dates and amounts, right?
Yeah.
No, I have the receipts all saved.
Exactly. Yeah. And when you look at their tax documents for the Open Hand Foundation, it just says expenses $10,000 in just one bucket with zero description. And I'm like,
on the BLM move, right?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Uh-huh.
Because you're going to explain every single cent.
By the way, LeeAnn, did anything ever happen with BLM? I feel like they never properly got in trouble for any of
the they never pulled, no one ever does. They never do. Only the peasants get in trouble.
Yes.
Not them. 100%. If you're on the right side and you're a peasant, you have a better chance. But if you're on the wrong side, then no.
Yep.
You have no chance.
It's crazy. I was watching like just a random compilation. There's this really cool like detective channel, and it was like all these cases where like teachers were caught like sexually assaulting or something, like, students. Completely, probably the worst thing you can do. I don't even think I think that's worse than shooting a person, to be honest. And it would be crazy about a woman like just getting dicked down by like freaking 8th graders, right? It's always like a 21-year-old like hot blonde, and I'm like, what did you do this for? So they're getting dicked down, and they'll have like four counts of this, and they'll get like 5 years and then be put on the registry. And then it's like a guy, it's like a teacher's aide, and he like touched a 11-year-old girl, and he gets like 30 years. And I'm like, this feels completely off. Why? This is crazy to me. Now they both should get 30 years. They should both actually just go to jail forever. Or fuck it, just put them.
No, 100% agree. I don't understand.
Realize now that we're talking about this, how many teachers are like this? Because when I was in 9th grade, we had a male teacher. He was like in his 20s, like 27. He used to write me like love letters
Oh
and
my
shit.
God.
I was in 9th grade.
God.
And I was terrified. I was like a virgin. I was a dork. Like I was not into that. So I just ignored it. But then he started writing other girls and like everyone talked about it, but no one did anything. Like we never said anything because you don't want to get someone in trouble. And it just like wasn't a big deal. But then when you get older and you're like, wow, that's really gross. Like that's really messed up. I think it happens way more than kids even say because
yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
My biology teacher was like that. She, everybody knew. I mean, all the like football popular kid. It was always the popular kid, like guys. They would tell us like in the friend groups or whatever about how they're like 2 of them had sex with our biology teacher. She was like 21. No shit. She was like 21, and she was brand new.
Fresh out of college.
Yeah, she was brand new, and everybody's like, yeah, they're banging so and so, banging so and so, and I'm like, this is obviously a lie. Obviously, you know, I'd leave school, and I think I was probably 22. I think, or 23. And I saw on Facebook that she had been fired and charged because she had sex with like 20 or something like male students. And I'm like, damn, it was true this whole time.
Dude, I don't understand how you can do that. Like I look at a 25-year-old guy and I'm like, ooh, you're a kid. Like the thought of anyone even under, like, how do you look at a literal child and you're like, that, like, I don't
in 9th
get
grade
it.
though, like not 10th, 11th. I feel like 9th is very different when you're in 11th grade or
such a baby in 9th grade.
Yeah,
like,
I was such a dork too. I was not like that. I was like a skater, like gothic weird dork, like totally not into dudes like at all. I was scared of them. And yeah, it was so weird. He used to write me letters and shit. I wish I would have saved them, but I did write about it in this diary I found. Like I have like my old ass diaries and I was like, oh my God, that's so weird now to like
it's gross.
It's really gross.
So gross.
And I'm pretty sure this one girl that I know, she definitely slept with him. She looked way older though. Like she had huge tits and she was like 2 grades ahead of me. Like she told everyone and no one said anything. No one like got in trouble. Like that's not something you would do. Like you don't want to take down a teacher and then have everyone like, oh my God,
talking about you. And then you get bullied after that. Like that shit happens.
Yeah, I think a lot of kids just don't say anything. I just think it happens way more than people think, and they
imagine like in the 80s and 90s when it was like not a thing, right? Like no one was getting arrested for this shit back in the. It was like that one big case with that one blonde chick and that like little Hispanic kid, and then they got married after she got out of jail.
Yeah, Mary Letourneau.
Mary Letourneau. After that, it was all of a sudden a thing. Like everybody's talking about it. Like, but back in the day, you know for a damn fact there was like 37-year-old history teachers smashing fucking 30 14-year-old girls, because 14-year-old girls are similar to 18-year-old girls. Retarded. Like you could say whatever.
Dumb.
You can say whatever, Z. You can be like, wow, you're so much different than the other girls, and they're like, fuck me.
Dude, the number one thing, this has happened to me when I was like 14 15 16. All the fucking, you're so mature for your age. That's the line. They come in with you're so mature for your age. And then you're because you're fucking young and you're retarded and you're not mature at all. So you're sitting there thinking like, oh, I'm so mature and special. And that's how they fucking get you. And they're it's predatory. They're predators and they fucking know it. And that's how they get in.
Yeah, I was like 16 and this drug dealer was trying to date me. He was 28 years old. He's like, oh, you can drive my car. He had like a Mercedes. He would give us weed all the time. And like, yeah. And I wrote in my diary about that too. I was like creepy old man and like stuff like that because I thought it was weird then. Like we would like use him for like weed, but I'm like, why would you? I was 14.
I remember
that time.
You've seen a 14-year-old?
I know, right?
They're just babies. I remember in my school and probably every school. I remember even my sister. I remember at 14, 15-year-old girls are at 14, 15-year-old girls in my school, the vast majority of them, and even my sister and like cousins that were like 14, 15-year-old girls were dating like 28 to 32-year-old men. And I'm like, and across the board, all of them were. And I'm like, I think back to it now and I'm like, damn. Every one of these 30-year-old dudes were banging 14-year-old girls back in the 90s and 2000s. Like, God, it's crazy to me. Crazy. I remember my sister was dating like a 27-year-old dude when she was like 15. And like my parents were like,
my boyfriend was 23. Yeah.
They didn't care. Like, I guess it's like, well, whatever. And I'm like, what? I'd kill a bitch.
We thought it was normal then, though.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want him or anything because he was just weird, but like it wasn't like a big deal. It was just normal. But now I'm like, oh my god, you're fucking gross, dude. Like what?
Oh,
No.
Oh my god. Hiller. Zia slept with her cousins instead of her teachers. That's true.
I hate you, Healer.
Dude, I know a
You
girl
have
that
hot
used to sleep with
What?
Are they hot?
No,
cousins?
no, I've
Okay.
never slept with my cousins, and I can't look at them like that. That's so creepy.
Well, if they're third cousins, I don't think it counts.
Yeah,
right?
third cousin. You can bury your dick in.
I don't even think I know any of my third cousins. All my cousins I grew up with were the only cousins that I could sleep with weren't real cousins because we weren't related by blood. But even then, that would creep me out because we grew up together.
Yeah.
Yep.
We grew up as cousins. That'd be so weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. Your parents probably wouldn't really like that either.
No, probably not.
Thank you, Hiller. I love you, Hiller. Buzz says the Completionist was on the famous Frost G4 stream that lives in infamy. You know, that's a great point because he was that stream that Frost was like screaming that the iconic thing that got like the pace pretty much killed G4.
I was gonna say that was the dumbest move they ever did.
I don't get it.
He was sitting 2 chairs down. The Completionist was sitting 2 chairs down from her because he was on that panel on G4, and he was smiling and nodding because this is the issue.
Wait, he was on there with her?
He was on the panel. He was 2 seats down from her.
Oh, that is him. Oh,
yeah.
no.
So
God.
You'll find out that all these people are all these people are morally corrupt. So the issue is if there are people and they are like grossly and overtly just agreeing with whatever talking point is pushed narrative for whatever studio you work for, and they're just pushing it just for their paycheck, they're morally corrupt. That's evidence right there that Gerard Khalil is morally corrupt because he was on that show willingly and she was spouting some crazy extremist bullshit and he was smiling and nodding. Yeah, he's like, you don't know what to believe. We don't know what to believe. But one thing is for sure, dude's a lying motherfucker, and that is a fact that is not up for debate. Liar.
He said too many contradicting things. You can't say a bunch of different. If he had come out and said one thing and that was his story and he stuck to it, at least I could understand why people are giving him the benefit of the doubt. But if you come out and say like 4 different things,
he's changing it.
That's immediately a lie.
The whole stan culture, though, especially with influencers like YouTubers, is so fucking weird to me.
Yep.
Like with Hassan, especially, I just do not understand how they believe anything that dude says. Like, are you serious? You think he's a socialist? Yeah. And I tell them all the time when I get argued with, I'm like, that's your house too, right? Like, if you ever need somewhere to stay, Hassan has to let you stay because you produced that house. That's his whole thing. He believes in that, so that's your house too. Do you think he would actually let any of his supporters stay in that fucking house?
That's just it's the weirdest. Like
not.
The entire idea of believing in like pure socialism as a grift to make money is like the most hypocritical ass backwards thing. Like it's like I believe in a government system that would not allow me to live this way.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's like, by the way, I bought another Ferrari.
They say. It's annoying. And then they stick up for them to the death. And I'm like, dude, they would not do the same for you. I guarantee.
Well, the issue is they can't really fathom. So the issue when it comes to people like, and it's usually young people, it's like 13 to 17 years old. And they're like socialism or communism, because all they can fathom is they can't fathom the not haves. So they all they can fathom is what they have now plus the more. So they believe in socialism. They still have their house. They still have their car. They still have their phone. They still have their income. They still have all that stuff. Now they get free shit though. Now, no, it doesn't. The other shit goes away, and you stay in government housing. You get UBI until it fucking dries up and the money isn't worth anything anymore. And then if for some reason you're in a soup kitchen line and then the government is dismantled and you're just living in the street, there is no backup plan. You can't just go get a job at Starbucks anymore. Starbucks isn't there anymore.
Exactly what happened in Venezuela,
in Cuba, and shit. No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally, we all watched this happen in Venezuela. But every time you ask someone here about that, they're like, "Oh no, but we would do it better." And you're like, "How?
No, you won't."
That's the system. That's the whole reason.
They can't.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, they can't fathom what they'll lose. They can only fathom what they will gain, and that's the issue with all these beliefs and different structures. and they always end up believing a 30 to 40-year-old like stressed out, like bags under his eyes, fucking thing. They always like will look up to that guy that's literally using their dumbassery to benefit and buy Ferraris. If Hassan wouldn't have supercars in a mansion, like if he was actually a socialist, he would be like giving 95% of his income away to other people. But he doesn't.
He literally had the balls to say he bought that car for everyone.
Yeah,
like
doubt it.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, are they coming to drive it, bro? You gonna come let them drive your Porsche?
Okay. And I guarantee you that he's writing off as much as he possibly can on his taxes that he doesn't have to pay as much. There's no way he's like, let me pay more in taxes. Absolutely not.
I just can't stand the people that defend them to the death and they don't know what they're talking about. I'm like, why are you so passionate about this person that doesn't know you exist? Like, why?
It's okay to like watch content and enjoy it and be a fan of something. But yeah, people become like entrenched.
It's like they need a savior to latch onto, and they're picking these fucking bonehead ass people. I'm like, dude, you need to like read books or something. Do something else. Like, stop listening to these fucking people.
They always pick the guy that's like, I believe in socialism, and then post like thirst trap pictures of him beside his Ferrari. Like, the issue is they choose all these people who gravitate towards creators that are already famous and rich that are just saying whatever, and like people like, me or Zia fall to the wayside. We have a great audience. We have a huge audience. We have great support. We make it work. And
they're all the bestest.
It's a lot of fun. It's way better than the alternative of I would rather be me than Hassan Piker every day of the week. But the issue is those people get sucked in and they just start throwing money at these people for some reason, just playing into their lifestyle, which goes against what they actually believe.
Yeah, like they don't need any more money. Like, why are you giving them money?
Exactly.
You need money.
Like, exactly. And like, be honest about who you are. Don't sit there and lie to people.
That's what I hate. I cannot stand that. Like, stop acting like you give a shit. Like, oh, we need socialism, and you're in a $3 million fucking house in LA. Shut up. Like,
dude, I want more money.
Like, go open a commune then and actually help people and do what you say. That's what you would do if you have money. You would buy land, have a commune, invite people that are less fortunate. Do you know?
They never do. Well, because we have shifted, right? So 20 years ago, the popular phrase was actions speak louder than words. But that's not how that works anymore. It's words speak louder than actions. Every politician, every celebrity will tweet whatever morally grandstanding bullshit they can think of, or whoever their PR made it up or marketing team, right? They'll do that immediately and then go do something completely different because they don't actually care. No one actually cares about nobody, within that they're not within their immediate circle, right? So that's the issue is, they're giving money to these people that couldn't give two shits about them and never will. And it's kind of sad to see. Jardine.
It's very sad to see.
Oh my God. Orange Boy getting us $5.50 from Naked Snake, Naked Zia.
Almost halfway.
Zadine says, hey, Camelot, you remind me of some dudes from rural Kentucky. And ladies, I respect you way more than politicians, I reckon. Thank you, Jadine.
Thank you.
You should.
That's why I want to become a politician.
Yeah, I would vote I would vote for the fuck out of you. God damn it, I can't say
the only reason.
I mean, I've been looking into it, and the only reason why I think I have a chance is because I work in oil and gas, and I know people with a lot of money, and I will take money from oil and gas because I believe in that. And so that's the only reason why I have like a small chance.
I like this.
The only reason I would want to become a politician is so I could be filthy rich. So like, because that's what happens, right? Like a politician will be worth 180 grand, maybe less. And then they go into office, and then within 6 years, they're worth $28 million. How?
Oh, how does that happen?
It's weird because their salary is not even anywhere close to that. And it's like, it's because of other things.
I don't want to be beholden to anyone I don't like align with. And you have to do that, especially with Congress. Like the minimum is $275K. That is the minimum to run for Congress. It's fucking insane. Jesus. So I don't want to be beholden to anything. That's why it's taking like longer so I could figure this out and actually do it right. Because like I cannot be bought like that. I don't care about money. I don't care about threats because I don't care if I die. So I feel like I could actually try to do things to change it for the better because I don't care about any of that shit. So, but I'm not going to take money because that's how you get fucked, and you have to do what they want, or you're just basically beholden to them, and that's how all these motherfuckers are in here.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's
100%
the most important thing. It's why I'm like secular. It's because I'm not afraid of dying. This is That's just how this works.
I'm like, I'm not taking money from fucking big pharma, or I don't know. I feel like more of us can crowdfund each other to run for things, to start doing shit. Like, it's definitely possible. That's like one way I think we could actually do stuff if we crowdfund each other in our campaigns. And
that's actually like, I've never even thought about that. That's such a great idea.
It would totally work.
Indiegogo.
Like, that's how we could do shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
I might accept a check for big pharma. It depends on how big it is. If they're like $28 million, all you got to say is let's do this. Let's get vaccinated. I'd be like,
well, that's never it. There's always going to be more, especially.
You're right. But damn, like that driving that Ferrari at fucking 100
miles. I was gonna say $28 million. I can retire for the rest of my life.
I can do coke off strippers' asses for at least 10 years straight.
That's
I
a
just
long
couldn't do that to
time.
people. I feel like the country's like more important in everyone's life than having a Ferrari to me.
I will say,
I'm pretty simple.
I feel like I'm like right in between Cody and LeeAnn. There's a lot I do for money, but not everything.
Yeah.
Like,
I want money, but I'm not going to do fucked up shit for money. And shit
like there comes a point where like I'm willing to sell myself out to a certain extent, but I wouldn't be willing to sell like other people out or like do.
Yeah,
like
I'll show my boobs, but I'm not going to fuck over people in the country.
Right.
That.
Exactly. That.
Yeah. No. Okay. So let me reiterate. If somebody gave me a button to press and they're like, hey, for $100 million, you'll get $100 million. You have to press this button and it kills like 20% of the population. I wouldn't do it. Right. But if I just had to make a statement that 1 million people would see and read, or 10 million people would see and read and retweet, and I get like $1 million, I might do that.
Yeah.
Because like that's just taking the money, son. That's just taking the money and run, you know? And like I said, Ferrari is cool.
See, if I could do that, and then as soon as I tweet it out, I'm like, oh, I just did this for money, just so y'all know, don't actually do it. Then okay.
You can tell your friends immediately. Oh, I would.
Disclaimer, yeah.
I would immediately. I'd be like, hey, yeah, look at this new Ferrari. This is what that tweet bought me, by the way. Eat my ass. You know, that's what I do. Yeah. Slosher, my boy, says the best argument for socialism is that it sounds good. The best argument against it is that it doesn't work. Thomas Sowell. Exactly. 100%. Thank you, Slosher.
Idealistic sort of thing. That's the problem when you're younger, is that you think that things are perfect because you haven't been jaded by the world yet, and you don't understand the greed and corruption of people and how that's going to ruin all.
People are old now that believe in this shit.
Oh,
I'm talking to this old lady that like wants communism because she wants to live on a farm and teach people how to knit and all this shit. I'm like, dude, you know they assign you to shit, right?
Yeah,
like, that's not your farm. You don't get to choose and live this life. Like, we're just gonna knit, and no, bitch, you got to go fucking work in the fields. Like, they're just so delusional of what it actually is.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's just insane to me because
like, that's not how it works, dude.
Yeah, the only way it can work, like communism or socialism, is it has to be a very small group of people, and they have to all be from the exact same culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like you insert anything, and that shit's done, bro.
Yep.
You can't have different belief systems, which will lead to like censored speech, because you can't believe other things. Everybody has to be on the exact same page.
Yep.
To like be inspired to do shit for no reason. People suck. Humans are kind of gay. Like we're not really into doing shit for no reason. We need to be compensated, right? So, thank you, Sasha. By the way, people in the chat, Drex, he texted me just now and said he's about to be home and he's hopping on his computer. So there you go. Thank you, by the way, Slosher. I appreciate you. He said 10 a little bit later, but it's fine. We'll still be here. Thank you, Slosher. I love you. You man, rich Venezuela is going to invade a country over oil, placing us in a third war. We have 33 trillion in debt. How do we afford this? Because money's not real.
That's true. They're just numbers on it is true. It's all just numbers on a screen, and we're just making it up. But
he's about to pay more student loans off. I'm like, where is he getting it? They're just going to print it.
Well, but then that's a problem. Now money is going to be, because they're making it up and it's just numbers on a screen. There's the cause and effect of the fact that now it's not going to be worth anything.
Well, there's like 1 trillion tons of oil in Gaza, so I'm sure that has something to do with it too. Why they're over there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
It's always about that. It's always about like
it's in the sea, and they're supposed to work with Israel, but now they don't want to, and now all this happened on October 7th. Always something.
And it's always weird to me. This is one of those things. Remember when I said, I mentioned this earlier about the money situation, is every time there's some kind of conflict, like for example, Israel. And look, preface this because people get real weird about shit. When preface this with, not educated on the subject matter, nor do I really care I live in Alabama, not Israel or Palestine. So don't you care about the little babies? I don't believe any of it's real. I think everything's fake. I think everything's fake. Not just that. I think all of it's fake. Every time you see any politician say shit, I think all of it's fake. 100. That's what I believe. But anyways, I think it's all performative. But when you see almost all politicians on both sides be like, we all agree we need to do a thing. I'm like, okay, that's definitely bullshit then. If all of them agree, it's definitely the opposite of what we should be doing. Because if there's no parity, there's like one or two people being like, I don't know, like, this is bullshit. This is all bullshit. It's all entwined with money. If everybody agrees and unanimously, then it's bullshit, in my opinion.
I didn't even really know about the oil. I was on a meeting with people in the oil industry, like people that know way more than me. Like they own companies, and they were talking about how it's in the sea, and they were supposed to have this pipeline to Egypt, and then something fell through because not Netanyahu, the other guy that he works with, I can't remember his name right now, but he didn't want to work with Gaza and all that shit. So then this all started to happen. And I was like, oh, well, that makes more sense now to me, that is what's an issue for them. But
yeah, it's weird.
I'm
weird
sure it's not the
is,
whole reason, but it's part.
One of the strangest things to come out of this is like pink-haired, like non-binary and trans people on TikTok claiming they're reading the Quran and they want to go to the Middle East. I'm like, bro, you're gonna die. Like these people literally will kill you immediately when they see you. Like, what do you mean? They're always like, yeah, it's Islam, and these people just they are behind the LGBT. And I'm like, where did you hear this?
Yeah,
where the fuck did you hear? They will shoot you in the face with a shotgun when you walk in. They're gonna look at you and see your pink hair and be like, yeah, I'm gay, and they're like, ma'am, you need to leave. And they're
like talking about Allah. Allah is genderless, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. I'm like, please stop.
You're gonna get dead named immediately and then deaded for real. That's what's gonna happen. Goofy bastards. Why do they always do this?
Maybe you should go to Afghanistan and have a spiritual journey.
Oh my god, it's like I always come back to this point every damn time. It's like those goofy ass college white ladies that go on mission trips to North Africa, and they're like, they're actually weird, they're just misunderstood, and they're just like us, and they need help, need all these things, and then they land and they immediately get raided and raped and killed immediately.
Yeah, I'm like, there's so many that got killed too.
Plot twist. They're not from the same culture. Their culture's different. It is a dog-eat-dog world out there. Like, you're going to Mad Max world and you're expecting people to be like, hey ma'am. No, they're gonna be like, hey ma'am.
There's like women traveling alone to like Iraq and all these places because they're telling them, oh, everyone's just lovely and there's no hate, and they're being beheaded, raped, killed. Like, come on, dude.
I wouldn't travel to other Western countries alone. No. That's fucking so dumb.
So many stories. It's so crazy to me. I'm like, you're telling these women that, oh, everyone's lovely, and then they're literally getting beheaded and shit. And I'm just like, wow, dude.
Somalia is a great example.
People don't care about your woke shit.
No, they do not. Especially not there, bro. Especially not there. No, the only people that care about that shit live in 3 cities in the U.S. Nowhere else. No one cares.
Like, and some in Europe because they're pretty fruity over there too.
I was playing Lethal Company the other night, and this Scottish girl joined and was playing with me, and she was literally like saying F slurs and like talking about trannies. It was hilarious. I was like, damn. She's like, yeah, we don't give a fuck over here. And I'm like, yeah, no one should, because it's stupid. It's all performative to prove that you're morally just, and it's gay. So but yeah, no, it's like Somalia. I saw a reel like a month ago or 2 months ago. I was scrolling, and it was like, this is what you can get in Somalia with $100,000, and it was of course like a modern mansion with like every amenity possible, beautiful, huge mansion. And I'm like, it's weird. I wonder why it's $100,000. So I look, and you can the reason it's $100,000 is because you will die within 3 years, because the government will be overthrown, or the local government or the local tribe, and they'll come into your area in your house and they'll kill you. And the guards that you have maybe working for you with your AK-47s will also turn their guns on you and kill you and be like, oh, they'll take your shit. Like, the reason it's $100,000 is because it's gonna be there for maybe a year or two, and then you're killed. The average age in Western countries is like 50s. Like the average age of human beings in like Europe and blah blah. I think it's somewhere around 50s, like mid 50s. is the average age of citizens. It might be a little bit lower, but I'm pretty sure it's the 50s.
You're a fucking idiot if you move to Somalia for one. They always have conflict. Like,
yeah, the average age in
insane.
Somalia.
You're better off in Mexico.
Yeah. I don't know about
even
Somalia.
Mexico, I wouldn't go to.
No, I
wouldn't either, but that's better than Somalia.
But
even
yeah,
in Somalia,
100%.
even in Somalia, so the average age in all like first world countries are like in the 50s, I believe. In most northern African like countries, in most of them, the average age is like 16 years old because they're all dead.
Yeah, they don't
live past that. You die immediately. Like that's why it's $100,000 to buy a mansion, bro. Thank you. Cyberhunk says a famous entomologist who studied ants once said that communism is a perfect political system just for use social insects and not humans. Yeah,
we're definitely not bees. So
no,
yeah, I don't think
I ain't going to get no honey
us.
for nobody. I ain't getting no honey for nobody. World Renowned says average age in Europe is way higher than 50. So what are you smoking? So remember when I said I may be wrong? That just proves my point more. Is all I'm saying. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was the 50s. Yeah, if the average age is like way higher than 50s, that proves my point way more. Is you live in these other countries and you don't die immediately. You know, that's the point. Thank you, Cyberhunk. Oh, by the way, Eric Liniger with $100 super chat. I'll simp for LeeAnn. She's based. Like the show, bitches. Yes, LeeAnn's extremely based. I'm extremely impressed. Thank you, Eric. You're the man.
Would you not know this?
I sometimes forget we're on YouTube though, so I have to like watch what I say.
Yeah.
I'm like,
just say it. I think I said the F slur the other day, and I totally forgot.
I was like, wait, what's that?
No, I think I said it the other day. And I was like, oops. Eric, I love you, by the way. Thank you so much, dude. That puts us barely almost. Wait, hold on. Like 390 from Naked Snake. I can't do that.
Everyone's waiting for Dude to let it come pouring in because they all want him.
Drex, yeah. Yeah, he'll be here hopefully any second. It's like the dragons in Game of Thrones. They're coming. I promise. Eric, I love you. I appreciate you, dude, so much. My man coming in, throwing in, getting us closer than an Naked Snake. Thank you. Johan says, I spent 13 days in Saudi in September. Not a single LGBTQ rainbow flag anywhere. Saudi's base is fuck. Beautiful, traditional, God-fearing folk. Loved it. Yeah, I wouldn't go there, but yeah, I get what your point. Thank you, Joe.
I heard it's nice, but it's like a dry place. Like you can't drink or
you best believe I ain't going. The only places I will go is going to be some places in Europe and like maybe Japan. Maybe
Japan.
That's it.
I would have wanted to go to Sweden until.
Oh yeah. Well, no, not Finland.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say what happened.
We'll go to Finland.
Yeah, Finland would be cool. I still want to go to like, Switzerland, places like that would be.
I went to Italy in 2015. I don't know if it's different now because after COVID, I heard it got weird, but then it got better, I think. But I wanted to move there.
Really?
And, yeah, I was looking into it and it's really hard to gain citizenship. That's why when people think they could just roll up in here and do nothing and get all the benefits, I'm like, you can't fucking do that anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of work to become a citizen like in Italy or something. You don't just roll in and get all the benefits.
Well, that's my favorite thing, LeeAnn, is when other countries fucking shit on America. God, it's my favorite thing. I laugh so hard when I see other countries shit on America for their like you're being mean to refugees and you're doing all these things. And I see these other countries that are saying it have super tight borders. I'm like, you bitches. It's like Canada will shit on you, but you can't just go to fucking Canada. They'll be like, yeah, you guys are assholes and you're racist. It's like, but you can't just go be a citizen in Canada. I can't just go up there and be like, hey, I live here now. They'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here.
No, that's not how it works. If you want to live somewhere worth living, that's
literally every country.
Yeah, like I don't care if people come here. Just do it legally. That's it. I don't care who you are.
No one disagrees. You are. Like that's what people that are saying, like, hey, we need to stop this shit and put up a wall. All they are saying is, I'm super okay with legal immigration. Yeah. I am not okay with illegal because every other week it's like a different group of people. It'll be like 45-year-old, like 1,000 45-year-old Chinese men, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where are they coming from?
It's all like men because I work with trafficking victims and they're all from the border now. And there is so many men. They are men. There's no women and children. They're men and they're in gangs and they traffic people. They're all through here. And like there's people like on watch list and like the border agents I talk to and I'm friends with because for the trafficking thing, we share information. They just are told to let them in. Even if they're on
Shocking.
lists, it does not matter. They're all over our fucking
Mm-hmm.
country.
What the fuck?
Dude,
all over.
It's shocking. Old Nerdy says Zia didn't do anything with her cousins. It's nonsense, but she did lose her virginity to a horse. Could you imagine?
No, she would be dead if she did that.
Yeah, dude, it would be just fucking. That'd be the beat out, most beat out thing in the world.
It's not entirely untrue, but I mean, I didn't lose my virginity to a horse, but I used to ride horses when I was young. I rode rodeos, and that it popped my cherry. So
my god. Anyways,
my first time.
Jesus. Alan Reese says, if all politicians have to compromise with other politicians, how can anything worthy get done? Great show, guys. Yeah, you're right. Alan Reese, I love you. Appreciate you for the €5, my boy. Saul says, hope you feel better. Zia can push whipped cream on Tuesday. Oh, you can push it to Tuesday. Zia and LeeAnn are looking beautiful, and Cody's cool. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Saul.
I appreciate you. Slosher says, I say we should crowdfund all the super progressive types to fly to those countries. It'd be better than trying to import those people over there. Yeah, well, that's the thing is these people all say this shit. Like, right, one of my favorite videos of all time. I watch it like once a week just so I can like fucking relish and like love it. I love it. Is that guy pretends to be working for like the government in like Britain or London or something, you know, whatever. He pretends to be like working for the government, and everybody's protesting to bring refugees in. They're like, we need help the refugees, you know, morally grandstanding. And it's always the same people. It's like older women, younger college women, and like balding 50-year-old men every time. So they go up to all these people, and this guy has like a clipboard, and he's signing stuff. He said, hey man, you know, glad to see you here supporting the cause. Right now we are sponsoring refugees to stay in homes. And it's like, since you're out here and you support the cause, like, do you want to go ahead and get on the list and get a refugee and their family to stay in your home when they come? And 100% of people across the board was like, oh no,
Yeah,
I only have one extra room right now.
Yeah,
oh
no,
everyone, no, they don't give a fuck.
Nope.
They're out there holding the sign for social and moral clout. That is the only reason they're there. They would never bring a sumbitch into their home. It's the same thing when celebrities say one thing on Twitter and then they show up at the zoning meeting in LA and demand they vote down affordable housing in LA. Why? Because they don't want their property values going down, and they hate people that are less fortunate than them.
Oh, they hate
celebrities are disgusted by them, but they say on Twitter they like them. And what did we say earlier, LeeAnn? Words speak louder than actions modern day. That's just how this works now. That's why everybody's
LeeAnn over in the UK was supposed to take refugees in. She has a huge house, and people followed up with her, and she made every excuse she could. She fucking screamed from the rooftops, I'll take them in. They belong here. And then when it finally came down to it, she would not take them in. And that bitch has enough rooms, and they never do it, ever. Never.
So I don't even agree. With like, I would never, like, I don't think we should bring anybody in. I want a wall. I want guns on that bitch, Gatling gun style. I want to be able to play a mobile game that controls one of them. Right? That's what I want to do. I'll pay a yearly fund. But my dark skinned, not American maid, she didn't have anywhere to go for 2 months. Well, it's supposed to be 2 weeks, this bitch. And I let her and her daughter stay in one of my guest rooms for 2 months. Yeah. And I don't even believe in shit. That's how this works, is when you know people that are kind of in your circle, you're like, look, I'll help you out. But these people are like we need to protect. No, they don't believe any of the shit they say. No one does. None of these people that get on social media and brag about how morally just they are, none of them actually believe what they say. Because if they did, they wouldn't be posting it. They'd be doing the shit. That's the point. People that like to do all this, well, how much money are you giving to that certain charity? Oh, well, I'm going to have to wait until next year. All the people, Zia, that advocate for people that are wealthy to pay like 90% taxes, 90%, Zia. There'll be people out there advocating for that. People that are decently well off will advocate it for it sometimes. And then people will be like, well, there's a place on when you're filing your taxes, you can actually just give money to the government as charity if you want. You can give all your income to the government.
I didn't know that was a thing, because why the fuck would you do that?
You can.
I know.
Wow.
You can give whatever you want to the government voluntarily. And guess what? These people that advocate for 90% taxes across the board for people that make over a couple million a year, why don't they do it? They can do it if they want to give their money. Well, not me, though. Them.
Yeah, just the poor people.
Not me. The other people. Not me, though. And it's like, you have a net worth of $18 million, though. It's like, no, I mean, everybody that makes 19 or over should be affected, not me, though. Yeah, none of them believe any of the shit they say. All right, I like to shoot guns. I'm going to go shoot guns. That's how I work. I believe in the shooting the guns because I enjoy it, and I'm gonna go do it. I don't just say some shit. All right. I say I don't believe in condoms. I'm fucking filling up with baby gravy. Get ready. That's how I am. I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna do it because it's what I like. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy. It's easy stuff. Jadine. I would vote for a woman who sells her body over politicians who sell the virtue. Agreed. I would.
Yeah, dude, like OnlyFans is nothing compared to what some of these people are into. Like, I mean, they are fucking fucked up, dude.
Yep.
That's why people have all these pearl clutching moments. I'm like, are you serious? Like, do you know who the fuck these people are and what they do? Like, they're really fucking perverted and just
disgusting. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yep.
Yep.
No, the whole idea that someone takes their clothes off and is suddenly like a horrible person or, not moral is just
I don't
bizarre.
want fake people in our government. I want people that are real and you know who they are and they're not bullshitting. All these prim and proper people are not. They're fucking terrible fucking people.
Full of shit.
Yep.
I don't know. People need to change what they think a politician should be because this is why we're in the situation we were in because normal people aren't in there. Like they're all fucking fake assholes that are all related. Like the amount of people related is terrifying.
And they of course, and they always have some outrageous, specifically people on the left, like they'll have these outrageously outraged tweets where they're like, I can't believe people don't care about human lives and this. Like, dude, like you don't give a fuck, motherfucker. You were worth $100 million. Eat my ass. You do not care.
I'm like, meanwhile, y'all are hunting humans out on
They're
these.
not over there.
Like, fuck off.
Man, they are not there. They are in the comfort of their home, getting sucked off by their damn freaking fourth mistress, and they're like scrolling through their Twitter saying, "You don't care about the death of children, bitch. You don't either. You're not over there doing shit. You're just crying on Twitter for some moral clout because words speak louder than actions." That's the whole point, man. It's so frustrating. I can't stand any of them. I think they're all corrupt and evil, and I hate them. And they all wear business suits, and they all stand there in front of a camera, and they act morally reprehensible. Fuck them. I hate them. God,
they're all also paying for fucking countless abortions for their sons, fucking girlfriends, their mistresses. Like,
that's a great point. Let's flip flop a little, okay? Conservatives. This is very important. Conservatives, especially in my state, they're always like, "Oh, the blood of Jesus washes over me, and I believe in values and family and closed borders and the wellness of our people, and I believe I'm a God-fearing man, and I love my wife." And I'm like, "Do you now?" Oh, shockingly, they have to resign and they have to leave running for Senate because they were caught with yet another 14-year-old mistress as a 70-year-old man. Yeah, fuck off. They're all fake. All of them.
Of course.
Because you'll say that. I'll say that about, you can say a lot of shit about liberals because they're just so easy. It's like freaking shooting fish in a damn barrel, to be honest.
It's true.
But like conservatives do similar shit. And if I say that on Twitter, dude, I get so many people mad at me. I'm like, yeah, conservatives do this bullshit. And they're like, oh, wow, you're just a libtard. And I'm like, I'm literally the first thing from that. I'm just saying they're all pieces of shit. All right. And we should unban Alex Jones. And me, but Alex Jones mainly, but me too.
But yeah, I think you mainly.
Yes. Yeah, dude. Oh God, yeah. No. If you guys haven't heard this, Alex Jones. So Elon Musk put out a poll, to unban Alex Jones. Elon Musk, Alex. All right. So
is he unbanned yet?
No, but there's the poll up. I'm pulling it up right now. So this is the poll. And it says reinstate Alex Jones on this platform. And apparently he is going to do whatever the poll says. And the poll overwhelmingly is voted yes. And that people are paying to bot this down, right? And it's still destroying. Because there was another poll from a popular person that had hundreds of thousands of followers. And it was like 94%. So that's going to happen. The only thing that sucks is like, it's not going to affect anybody else. What should happen is they go into the algorithm and they everybody who's permabanned, they revert it to a 3-month like time served ban for everyone. So if it's been 3 months, you're automatically unbanned, but they're not going to do that. It's just for one person. I've been banned and people don't even know. There's a guy yelling at me on Twitter today about the completionist bullshit. They're all mad at me about it.
Wait, is your main account still banned?
Yeah. So
I thought that you were back. You're not?
No. I literally quote tweeted a satirical article from New Zealand. That's all I did. And it showed a picture of a Chad guy behind bars. It was literally Photoshop. And it was about guy breaks into house, immediately gets raped. And I thought it was hilarious because it's like, oh, wow, he thought he was going to get some goods and he got the goods. So I tweeted, I was like, yeah, if you break into my house, I will grape you. And I was like, LOL, this is hilarious. Got permabanned.
Wow.
Permabanned for quote tweeting a
Wild.
satirical article and laughing. And there was a bunch of giant creators that have 1 million followers, quote tweeted the same article, said the same shit, never got banned for it. And it's because I'm small, and doesn't matter how many people, even the quartering quote tweeted and said, Elon Musk, do something about this. No one gives a fuck. So not big enough. But you know who is big enough? Drexel.
Oh, what is up, ladies?
Hey,
Ladies, gentlemen, how's it going?
Everyone's waiting for you.
I know. Well, Minnesota's rough right now. We ended up getting a couple inches of white stuff, like Destiny's Dizzy. Same thing. And it was shitty. Going in snow is always rough. But
yeah, I waited patiently to talk about the Destiny stuff until you got here.
Oh man. Oh, I don't think I've seen you two. So Xyland and LeeAnn Starr.
Hi,
ladies.
Hi.
I looked at your
Nice to meet you.
Twitter because I seen that you were on the show, so I was stalking you a little bit, so I knew who you were.
Oh yeah, I'm actually going to only because Camelot will compel me to do these things. I might send out some thirst traps to Destiny's ex since she's with the femboy.
Nice.
Just troll him.
Oh my
Nice.
god!
Because why not, right?
I think that'll be fun.
I tried to get Melina on Simcast. I don't think she ever sees my tweets or my DMs. But yeah, I was trying to get her to come on. Before I knew she was like done with him.
I'm so curious to know if she was into the whole open marriage thing or not, because everybody talked
Always.
about how it was her idea. She was the one that wanted it. But
I thought
then
it was
there's
him.
that's what there's like clips circulating of him talking about it where she looks fucking miserable and he's talking about how he wants all this variety and she's sitting there like, I guess I have to do this.
Listen to me.
So I don't know which way it is.
Look at Destiny.
Look at him.
Just look at him. It was her idea. I'm sorry.
So Zia, there was an interview. I think Coach Ray Adams had the interview, and I think Better Bachelor had it, where it has them. This must have been a couple of years back, right? And she said that she's been in an open relationship since high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is what she does now. Based on who she left Destiny for, we all see what kind of dude she goes for, right?
Yep.
Effeminate.
She goes for effeminate, weak dudes who will tolerate that kind of shit.
Yep.
Now, who is she actually going out to swing clubs and parties to get hollowed out by? It is not little femboys. You see what I'm saying? Like, I understand. Look, I'll tell you right now, Camelot, I don't knock any one of these females, modern females, for their dual mating strategy. I don't knock it at all, because I go like this. If you can get honest question though, Zia, if you could get Destiny or just any rich simp, right? Like any guy that's making big money on social media, however he makes his money, right? And he's so weak and has no boundaries that you can go like this. I can get all my financial needs met from him. Oh, by the way, there was no prenup. No prenup.
Oof.
So you already know she manipulated him. Like, if you really love me, Destiny, you wouldn't get a prenup. This is real love. Oh, okay, queen. So Zia, would you do it? Like, I'm not saying you personally, but you women in general, you can include yourself if you want to. Would you get with a dude who was a beta simp, but was rich, that you had a 2-year exit plan because the marriage lasted 2 years? You can secure millions, right? And you get to smash the guys you actually are attracted to.
If I was smart, yes, I would have done that.
I would do
I'm
that.
a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, I do it. Yeah. I'm not mad at her at all. Well, I mean, like, there's people that she's a gold digger.
Kind of genius.
It's a genius plan. Like, I mean, seriously, like, think about it though. We keep on, there's channels out there. Camelot knows. There's guys that'll bash the females on some of these things. I'm thinking to myself, but who got on one knee? Who accepted all of these terrible terms? Like, look, do you know what it reminds me of? I'm sure you ladies watch sports. Camelot, I know you watch sports. Every time that you see a terrible player, right, have like one good year and he signs a huge contract, because it's always his contract year, right? And you're like, damn, this player's never been good. And all of a sudden they just career year, some stupid team signs them to some big contract, right? And then they go back to sucking again. And what does everybody say? That team was stupid. Yeah. You don't say the player's stupid. The agent's not stupid. The agent's a smart one, right? Because the agent is basically playing the role of Melina. I'm going to oversell, right? And then underperform. I mean, oh my god, Destiny. If you marry me, these are all the things you're gonna get. It's gonna be open. This is the thing about open relationships. A, they don't work. B, and this is more important. If you look like Destiny, look at yourself in the mirror as a man, right? Do you have a baby's leg swinging between your fucking your thighs? Yes or no? If you don't have a big dick, if you don't have big dick energy, if you aren't a dude, this is the key. If you are not a guy who can get women to fuck you based on charisma and looks alone, you're not that guy.
Yep.
If you got to come in there and be like this, hey, LeeAnn, you know who I am? You know who I am? If you have to pull the you know who I am thing, like Destiny has to do, or like he's the kind of dude that would like pull out his phone, like, look, I'm Destiny. Look at me.
Oh God,
I have all these followers. Women be like,
I would leave immediately. I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
Yep, it's so cringy.
Oh, I hate
God.
it. It makes me dry up like the Sahara. I'm out. I'm like, oh,
right?
any
Yeah.
dude that talks about followers, right? I'm done.
Yep.
Nope.
And the funny thing is he. Let me give some context for people in the chat if you don't know who Destiny is. Destiny's a creator. He's a overtly like leftist dude. Goes on a lot of podcasts defending some stuff. He's been married for a couple of years. He always goes on podcasts and defends open marriages, talking about or open relationships in general, talking about how they work. And he's more mature for being able to handle it. Well, shockingly, his wife left him for another man she met through their open marriage, like it always tends to happen because women grab the other branch and they don't let go of the other one until they got
the dude she left him for is worse than him.
Yeah,
and he doesn't have a job.
He might be more. Destiny might have been standing up a little bit lately. He might have been like, you know what, I'm not okay with this kind of thing. She's like, out, going to get a guy that is. That's the whole point. And of course, when she hits like 37, it's over. Depending on like her genetics, 32, 33, 37, 38, 41, it's fucking over. She won't be able to do it anymore. She'll have to go be monogamous with somebody. I suddenly believe in monogamy all of a sudden. I promise you, please don't leave me.
See, I thought she was just with girls. I thought it was because she wanted to be with girls. I didn't realize it was like both. I thought it was like they just wanted to be with girls.
No, I think someone said Destiny might swing both ways. Is that true or false?
That I'm not sure.
Looks like he might.
I think I heard
see
that. Because you can see, like, anytime you see a dude who's weak-wristed with blue hair, and has that voice, and is like, I'm omni-liberal, you're like, yeah, this dude gets pegged. Like,
I'm
you
not
can just
even sure
sense
what
it.
omni-liberal means.
They're
Anytime we say
always
something like that.
They always have a new term.
Yeah,
there's always a new
So many
term.
new things.
Yeah, and they're always effeminate, Zia. There is not a single motherfucker out there. Like, there's probably 1 out of 1,000,000, a jack dude that takes care of himself, takes care of his family, pays his bills, has a mortgage. There's not a single one of those dudes out there on a podcast right now saying, well, you know, actually, liberal ideology is very important. No, none of them do that. Why? Because they have accountability every day. They take care of their family, they take care of their body, they take care of their health, and they put their family first. These people don't ever believe in these ideals, but all these guys that do look like Vouch. They're out of shape, they're balding, have little shitty beards, always have a man bun, always for some reason have glasses, big ass balding, like Widow Peak thing. They always got that shit going on. Destiny looks like he's a melting snowman, skinny fat guy. They all look the exact same. They all act the exact same. Why? Because they're and Drex knows about this. Their strategy to have sex with women is overtly agree with them and try to be an ally.
Yes,
but also guess what?
Worse.
They are the ones that more often than not assault women.
That's right. They hate
shocking.
Women. Yeah. So a lot of these dudes have mommy issues, right? And that's why you'll hear women who date these type of dudes be like, "It felt like I was his mom." Or have you guys ever heard this? Zia, LeeAnn, I'm sure you guys have heard ladies say this. I felt like the guy in the relationship.
Yep.
Because you're basically dating a female. Like,
yeah.
When women are saying things like, I felt like the guy, I'm looking at the dude like, bro, what were you doing? And then you start to just spend 5 minutes around someone like Destiny, right? Like, I guarantee you, if all of us were in a bar right now and Destiny and Melina showed up, we would size that whole situation up. And we could cuck the dude right then and there because to LeeAnn's point, when she was saying about, she thought it was more like a thing about getting women. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you the only open relationship that actually works, in all honesty, is that you're a friend with Benz, right? Like, as in, like, you guys are like legitimate friends and you guys truly love each other. You care about each other, right? You guys click, but you guys just don't have the official title of boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wife. But you, like, everyone knows, like, hey man, if anyone ever was gonna, cross over, it'd be you two. But because of that, y'all can go on trips together, go places together, and that's when you guys go into like with certain swing venues and things like that, or you can add someone else. Like you can be like this, LeeAnn. I'm sitting there and LeeAnn hits me up. I get the text. I look down. Drex, what do you think of this girl? Oh, damn, she's bad. I want to bring her over because that's who you have that conversation with. It's a friend. It's not if your girlfriend is doing that, and you ladies know this, women will sit there and look at another chick and go like this. She better not be hotter than me. That's why if a guy tries to bring in a woman, you guys all know women don't judge women the way that dudes judge men and women. You see what I'm saying? Like women, LeeAnn, Zia, you guys know. If y'all were into girls, you would make sure you want to pick the girl. Why? Because you're going to make sure that she's attractive enough for your man, but not more attractive than you.
Yep. Well, I've even seen that happen before. I think I brought this up once. There's a couple that I used to know back home, and I just knew him from like the party scene, and they were like the guy was friends with my dad, and they had been together for a long time, like years, and they both liked to, mess around with other girls. Like the girl was bisexual, and so she would bring home girls for the guy, and they would do it together. He ended up leaving her for one of the girls and being in a monogamous relationship with her and stopped having threesomes to be with that girl. And so the threesome girl like lost her boyfriend. So like also being the cool chick doesn't fucking get you anywhere. Like
I never had a threesome. I never would ever. Not even in a relationship, definitely not, but I never have ever. I was with girls before and another girl tried to come in with me and this other girl and I wouldn't even let her come in. I'm like, I just like one-on-one. I don't want like anyone else.
I have definitely done
it.
I've done it with guys. I've done it with women. I've had guys. I didn't like the guy one. That was weird. We were just two dudes. You reckon it? I'm like,
that would be weird for a guy.
But two chicks,
and another dude.
And I was drunk. I was really drunk. And there were two girls just sitting on my face. I'm like, just in ecstasy. Another girl's just going, hey, I can't even see her. I just feel it. I'm like, this is the greatest day of my life.
I feel like
it's great.
Absolutely
there's no complaints.
Work if it's not a relationship. Like if it's just like a few people that are like there and you're like friends, like you were saying, Drex, like friends that are like, okay, cool, we all are close, we all like each other, and there's no expectation and no like, because no matter what you try to say about being in a relationship, there's always sort of a sense of ownership there, right? Like that's my person. So if you don't have that, you don't get those feelings necessarily.
The sounds, one of the things that I noticed in the whole scene is like, it's the sounds that causes the insecurity, right? It's the sights and sounds. So like, listen to what I mean.
She moans a certain way. When
he's full
on balls in, it's over.
So I'll give you guys a scenario. You're with fucking Cubicle Carl, right? So you're with Cubicle Carl, and he's a nice guy. He's a decent dude. He's not a bad guy. But you know deep down, he's never blown your back out. And he's incapable. However, he's a nice guy. He's got some money. So you guys decide to go to a club one day because you guys decide to experiment or open up a relationship. So here you are with Cubicle Carl. And so pretend I'm in the role. Hold up. I gotta do the face. So as Cubicle Carl, and then I decided to go in with LeeAnn, and I'm here to clap some cheeks tonight. Okay, LeeAnn. So I want to go ahead, and if you could bring a hot girl like Zia, I'm definitely into that because I'm ready to bust right now. So when you do these kinds of things, right? So LeeAnn goes and gets Zia. And then this is kind of like the scenario though, Camelot. When Camelot shows up and I'm like this, and Camelot, now go ahead and do your thing because I'm gonna be watching in the corner, ready to bust.
Oh, no.
I'm ready. So we got Camelot here, and he's ready to really do his thing. He's ready to really go in. He's gonna just punch her like Muhammad Ali, right in her fucking heart box. So when Camelot does that and she starts screaming, she starts moaning, all of a sudden Cubicle Carl's sitting there like, wait, hold up. And then here's the other thing. It's the sight. She's screaming and then she starts squirting across the room. Wow, that's a geyser. All of a sudden, I'm looking down. I don't measure up. I've never made her make those sounds. I've never seen her act like that. And she's like in lust, like to your point, Camelot. To see a woman in true lust, if you know in your heart as a man, am I capable of making a woman do that? if you never made a chick squirt, if you never made a chick just have that like a lustful energy, if you cannot get that out of a woman, bro, you enter that scene and you will get humbled. You see what I'm saying? Like,
this sounds like Adam 22, and
that's what I was thinking of. Like, so you saw that video, right, where Adam was kind of sitting there doing some weird was it like a reality show, dating show with Lena, and I'm sitting there looking at that. I'm thinking, so here's the thing. I don't believe that Adam would get a divorce anytime like soon. And I'll tell you why. Because she just got the kid. She's gonna wait to be invested. Like when Adam is like maybe a kid number 2, right? Back to back. But once Adam is like fully invested, what's gonna end up happening is when you're having all these big hung dudes around, one of 2 things will happen. She'll leave you for one of them, or, and this is actually worse, she stays with you and just starts to cut you off and like whittle you down sexually while she goes and gets ran through by like Jason Love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one. I don't know about the second guy she's gonna bang. I think he just won, but like the first time and everyone was sharing it, and I'm like, dude, this has to be so awkward for Adam to see, even if he says it's not. Dude, come on.
Dude, look at me.
Forget for me. It's always not okay. I know what that situation is like, and I've been sitting there doing things, and the dude has a look on his face, and he tries to like convince. He tries to delude himself into thinking like, "Oh no, I'm really into this. I'm just on pick duty."
Yeah,
Click.
yeah. I have.
You're looking great.
Inside.
You're looking great, and
I have literally been watching guys, Drex. I've been watching guys, and these dudes. We've all seen it. It's like a skinny, frail ass dude.
Yep.
Normal fucking penis, just normal, and he's like doing his thing, and he's got his hand on his hip because his hip hurts. He's pushing like this and just going in and out like half an inch, and like he's got 6 inches left, and he's not. He's just kind of and she's just like fake, like moaning. Dude, I get up in that bitch like I'm pulling out shit from 200 years ago, like a plunger. I don't know why no one's doing this. I grab the one leg and I'm trying to rip you in half like a phone book. I don't know how these guys don't do it, but I've watched dudes literally like
I know.
They're barely doing it. Dude, I'm like, I'm punching you in the back of the head. I'm spitting on your face. I'm going.
That's right.
Rip you into 2 pieces. I'm like, why are these guys not doing that? And then when that guy, like you said, Drex, you watch the girl and she's suddenly like, oh, I'm about to come, and he's like, I've never heard that before. You're fucked.
And here's something else. I'll tell you something that, because I've met Camelot in person, I can say this. I meet Camelot and I'm like, finally, another dude who like actually lifts weights. Now, LeeAnn, I tell dudes all the time, right, about in terms of like masculinity, lifting weights, being on their game, right? Because a lot of these dudes just think, oh, I'm just going to sit around, eat fast food, sit on my ass, play video games or whatever. It's okay to eat fast food. It's okay to play video games. It's okay to, watch porn. The thing is, though, you got to be balanced enough to go like this. Don't look like a guy who does that. You see what I'm saying? Because all dudes do.
100%.
You guys see what I'm saying? Like
no, I agree with you 1,000%.
All the guys do that. And this is the reason why I say that. Camelot, you've been in the same scenario I've been. And you know exactly where I'm going with this. It's not just looking the part. Like you show up and you got muscles. Yeah, a lot of dudes got muscles. It's actually using them. Like, do you know what happens when especially a boss babe? Now, I love feminists. That's my weak point, right? That's my guilty pleasure. The more of a feminist a chick is, the more turned on I get. I want the most baddest, wokest chick that you can find that hates men, and she screams patriarchy, and she's got her daddy issues.
Well, because it's slippery.
I was gonna say, is this daddy issue? Like,
okay, well, you already know where I'm going. But this one ends up happening though. Those women are so used to calling the shots that when you pick them, most women out there have never experienced a standing 69. Do you know why? Because most guys don't even have the upper body strength to pick a woman up like this and flip her around and just motorboat pussy while she's going ahead and just gobbling the dick, even that gluck gluck 4,000. While she's going, and you're going like this, like that. I'm hitting you with that ASMR shit, right? So when you standing 69 though, right, against the wall, you can do this in a swing club, Camelot. Other people stop what they're doing, right? Now, this is a sexual environment. They stop fucking to watch you going, this fucker's doing a standing 69. Holy shit. Because these guys have no upper body strength, LeeAnn. None. Zero. You know what? I can actually prove this. I guarantee you, if you went to just like, I'm not saying like the gym, because in the gym guys working out, just go into like any office or any, just anywhere, right? Ask the dudes to do one pull-up, just one. Do you think they can do it, Camelot? Your average dude, your average American dude, who I think was like 70% of guys are overweight now.
Yep.
74% aren't even qualified to pass the military's base exam, right? They're that useless. Ask them like this: grab the bar and pull yourself. They're like, I can't.
Oh my god, that's pathetic.
They always
That's
come,
so
they always come back.
terrible.
And
they
always come back. You can pick up. You can be a girl. You can have a girl. You're you're on a sofa or something, and stuff just start leading. One thing leads to another, and then she's on top of you, and I literally will I'll grab around their waist and I'll like squat, and stand up, and I will climb up my master staircase and take them to the bed while my penis is still in them, bro.
Yep.
And they're like, damn, I'll bet next week.
Oh, sure. Do you know who this really, really affects mentally and soulfully? It's thicker chicks, because they're not used to guys picking them up. So if a girl's got a lot of junk in the trunk, you can just pick her up. Oh my. Cougars are known for this, because I mean, some of these, like I remember being in my 20s. There were cougars that may not have had a man pick them up Dirty Dancing style and swing them in the air since, I don't know, they were like 20. The chick might be 40 now. You see what I'm saying? Like Demi Moore in striptease was totally bangable, right? But guess what? In the real world, women who look like Demi Moore in striptease are married to lames. How many times have you ladies been out to like a restaurant and you've seen a woman she's attractive, right? We always do, attractive for her age, blah, 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 right? But attractive, like most, if you ask most dudes, like, would you smash Jennifer Aniston at 45? Most dudes are like, hell yeah, I would. Yeah, she's totally bangable.
Of course, yeah.
There's women who look just like Jennifer Aniston who are at dinner or lunch with a lame ass dude. And you guys know what I'm talking about. There's no chemistry, right? They're like this, looking at their phone, or just kind of like this.
Dude, I was literally about to say this shit.
Yep. There's no, so think about this for a second, right? So Zia, imagine being a man and you start to see this everywhere you go. That's your competition, right? When this is to Camelot's point, when you got a bunch of noodle arm dudes, right, with soft voices, and you're like, so this is my competition? This is what I'm up against? All of a sudden, you start to realize, so that's the reason why, like, when Destiny can sit there like this. Well, Drex, I have more money than you, and you see what I'm saying? Because deep down, the reason why guys like Destiny have to throw money, that's the first thing they do, is because they can't say they're a better person or they're manlier than you. They got to go with like the bank account, and it's like, yeah, you can have. Look, Bill Gates has more money than all of us combined, but no one wants Bill Gates.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? No one wants him. So, so if you use Binance to get romance, you're an ain't shit male. Women are just using you.
Dude,
That's all it is.
The thing is, Drex, you see all these hot women. It's almost like across the board too. And I know there's all these hot girls walking around, and they're all with these effeminate ass dudes, and that don't fuck them, dude.
Yep.
I can have a mutual friend. I can have a mutual friend. Drex comes over to drink one of their friends, girl, and she's like just gets down into underwear because everybody's drinking, and there's like two people left. She just gets down and she has an extra large t-shirt on, underwear on. She walks by and her ass cheeks are flapping, and I'm just like, you want fuck? And they're like, oh yeah, I guess. And I'm like, yeah, well, like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see ass cheeks, Drex, and if I hate you, there has been women that I can't fucking stand. I'm like, hate being around. I'm like, you have terrible energy. You're a bitch. You're fucking sassy. You're stupid as fuck. And you're 22. I don't want to be around you, but I just happen to be around them at this fucking thing. And they walk by and they got their bikini on. They're going upstairs to change. And I'm like,
yep.
And I you want to fuck?
It is what it is. Here's the thing. Yeah. You're doing what's actually natural, because like, if I ask you ladies, right? Okay, if you ladies are on camera, you're all going to say that you guys like these qualities in men that are, you guys, he's got to be nice. He has to love God and love his family. And okay. And then all of a sudden we go like this, boop, camera's off. All right, now what do you really want? Oh my God, he better be a guy that could pick me up and toss me around. Okay, why didn't you say that up front? See, what ended up happening, LeeAnn, more and more dudes started talking, like both of those guys started kind of talking basically, right? At some point, they just intersected, right? So the lame dude who was the foodie call guy, right? You know, the Cheesecake Factory girl, that kind of shit. Guys who are actually paying for these broads to eat, which is stupid. At some point, Camelot, the lame dude, right? The lame guy who's a high earner, at some point he crisscrossed, and guys like me and you were like, wait, you took a girl out to eat to smash, like you, and then you took her out to like a ball game.
Dude,
Why?
it has been 5 years since I did that shit.
Yeah, we're looking at them like, well, why would you do that? Like, why did you waste the time and money? And they're going, well, I mean, you got to be a gentleman and open doors. And we're like, what?
Just text her at 3 a.m.
You just text her WID. Or look, you can literally, this is no lie, you can literally just text an eggplant emoji, and if you're a certain type of dude, she already knows what it is. You see what I'm saying? Destiny can't do that to anyone on earth. Who's some of these other cucks? You know, the Hunter Avalones and some, you know, Jerry Falwell Jr. Everybody who get, and this is the thing about cuckoldry that I think never gets talked about. Similar to a man being like bisexual or whatever. Do you guys ever notice that in one hand, these people say that they're so proud of something that they are, but they try to either hide it or they're always trying to defend it. Whereas when you are something like straight dudes don't defend being straight dudes. You see what I'm saying? Like guys are like, no, I'm gonna tell you why I'm straight. I'm gonna tell you why it's so important to only stick your dick in a vagina. Like dudes are just kind of like, yeah, I smash chicks. What do you want me to say? Like, I'm not gonna apologize for that. But when a cuck gets on, Zia, you know what? I'll tell you why open relationship is the way to go. And it's kind of like, well, why are you so defensive? Like, because when you call Destiny and some of these other guys a cuck, have you guys noticed how defensive they get?
Yeah.
They get defensive.
Yeah.
It's that cuck rage, man.
They're like male feminist. I hate male feminist. Like I don't. They usually treat women the worst in secret, but
no, I gotta say this though.
Assaulting them and shit.
So LeeAnn, for all the people who will see this video at some point, explain the path of just you as a woman encountering a dude who is a male feminist, a guy who's like, so let's give this scenario. Camelot and I are talking to you and Zia, and then here comes Captain Sabaho, right? The male feminist, two dudes jump in, and they're like, no, don't treat queens like that. And then Camelot are like, oh, here we go. And so now he shows up and tries to do his male feminist pandering thing to you, right? Describe to us what goes through your mind when a guy is like, yeah, I got a vasectomy because of Roe v. Wade being overturned. And like, walk us through what goes through your mind when these guys are around.
This dude drinks soy all the time and has no life and has never been with a woman ever. And he has something to prove, and I don't like that. Even
women, LeeAnn, even women that are call themselves feminists, they shout on Twitter, they do all this shit. When that guy approaches them, they're still like in the back of my mind going, oh,
I know. They did like a study, and I tried to find it again, but like not even the hardcore feminists wanted the beta dudes. They all picked the big muscular alpha. And I'm like, so what are y'all dudes conforming to this male feminist shit for? Like, they don't even want you. Like, what are you doing?
But you know, those guys are useful though. Okay, so I started thinking about this from the female perspective, right? So Zia, you couldn't get a real man to like pay all your bills and do all these things if he's not your man, right? That just doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
But a male feminist type dude who's this beta simp guy, right? You can get a simpy dude to do all these things for you for nothing in return, right? He's the DD if you get drunk. He's gonna go ahead, he'll clip your toenails, right? He'll sit there and do whatever, anything you want. He'll do it, right?
He'll eat your toenails.
He'll eat your toenails. Like he'll do anything you want, right? But while he's doing that, right, and he thinks he's building this equity with you, how much respect do you have for dudes like that who are always at your beck and call?
I don't know. I've never dated someone like that.
No, not dated. I'm saying been around one. Like the guy who's like
pathetic.
Oh yeah, no. If it's too like. Yeah, pathetic, I guess, or what's like desperate feeling. Yeah, it's a turnoff. You just don't. You're not interested in that.
But dude, these men, Zia, they try to speak the female language. You'll see a lot of these guys. They're frail. You know, they're real soft. They have soft voices. They believe all these same ideals, and they always like to talk about their PTSD and their anxiety. It's like I have PTSD from being younger, and I also have struggle with anxiety, and you know sometimes it's hard for me to get hard because I struggle with childhood trauma, and dude, so you fuck off. Women don't want that shit. If you are with a guy and he's not fucking you, LeeAnn,
just tell them to stop talking like that and fucking man up and stop talking about your trauma all the time. Get the fuck over it. Go to therapy or do something. Take kickboxing. Get aggression out. Do something else. Like,
how do they respond to that?
Talking about it.
How do they respond to you saying that to them? Like, how do they respond?
Most of them are willing to listen, but I don't know if they've actually ever done it. I know one of my brother's friends has done it that I've talked to about this, like a few years ago, and he changed. He started working out, and I'm like, dude, stop letting women walk all over you and treat you like shit, and stop talking about dumb shit and trauma and all this. Like, get over it and man up and just live your life, man. Like, go do shit, hang out with people, and he did. So, and now he has like 3 kids, 3 different women. So I don't know if it's like better.
Too far, LeeAnn.
A little too much.
No, LeeAnn. I have a friend, well, a mutual guy, and this dude's that guy, and he's actually with like a decently attractive girl. But he's been with this little girl forever, and I used to talk to her all the time, and her like biggest complaint is when something breaks. She's like, he's just not a man. She'd always complain about him being like basically a child. She's like, if something breaks, like if the air conditioning went out, he would just let it would just be hot now for the rest of the time until I fixed it or I called somebody. And there's all these things. He would never man up and do anything. If there was some kind of trash issue or like a door broke, it was just broke until fucking she decided to do something about it. Damn. And she was like, and we don't have sex at all. And she's like, I want to have sex. And he's like, well, I have PTSD and like trauma. I can't have sex. And I struggle with it. And I'm just like, if you are with a woman that's attractive and you're not fucking filling her with baby gravy every night, something's wrong with you, man. As a guy.
Wait, so what does she do though? Because I know women, and if women aren't getting their sexual needs met, especially if they're attractive, they're gonna find their needs to get met. So they're gonna go ahead and find that dude that's gonna go ahead and smash. So what really happened?
So shit. I did the Drex. You know how it is.
Yeah, I feel, and this is something that never gets talked about, is that Zia, I've taken a lot of flack in my life because people were like, Drex, you're a terrible person because you were smashing dudes' girls. I'm like, first of all, he doesn't own her. The guy doesn't own her. She's not even loyal. Most women aren't even loyal to a dude who doesn't want to. Like his thing, women are loyal to the men that they want to be loyal to. Like that's in this is true of men too. There are certain women that'll just make you loyal. Like when a chick shows up, she's like this, Camel, I want to ride your dick. The thought of what it would do to her, you're like, no, you won't even entertain it. Yep. But if you're with a trash bag human, like let's say Jada Pinkett Smith, you'd be like, man, yeah, go ahead and just
I've said that. I'm like, there's been women out there that maybe I knew them mutually, or maybe they're like on social media or something. And I'm like, I would die for this woman, and I would be monogamous, and I would take care of her for the rest of my life. That one chick that's buff as hell. She's not overly buff, but she looks pretty great.
Vladisava? The Russian chick,
she's blonde.
She can get it, man.
She's blonde.
Talking about the one that I sent you, Cody.
Not Lena Belfort. She's thicker than that.
I would ruin my life for her.
Holly Daisy fuck, what's her name? Somebody in the chat knows.
Oh man,
pulled her up 100 times.
Oh, dude, man, I would die for this woman.
I would do everything in my power to make sure she was happy and take care of her, and I would be so true blue. No, fuck, I can't remember her name. But somebody will remember.
Tasha Ahi, is that her name?
No, it's fuck. I follow her on Instagram, but I'll just pull it up actually because I have my Instagram right here. June, Something June. Yeah, you're right.
Carrie June.
Yeah, I think it's her. Carrie June.
Let me look her up.
I have
Mama
her on,
June, Honey Boo Boo's mom.
Oh,
like, I'm kidding.
Damn.
No, not that one. Oh, this lady right here. Like, and also to Drex's point, their demeanor can make you like that too. If a girl is just like,
open, she can get it.
Dude, I hate when women beat around the bush, dude. When girls text me and they're like, can I come over? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And they get here and they're just like, can we go fuck? I'm like, yeah, dude, you're cool. Like, it's cool that they don't beat around the bush and wait for some bullshit to happen. It's this girl right here.
Yeah, she can get it.
I know who this
Carrie
is.
June.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, you know what though? I'm glad you brought this up. Camelot.
I think I've seen her somewhere before.
We got to start giving muscle chicks more props because they. And let me tell you why I don't think muscle chicks get the props they deserve. And I'll tell you, it's a very simple reason. Most guys aren't muscular. You'll hear dudes going, "Oh, she would crush me." First of all, I bet you this chick is like what? Probably like 5'3", right?
Yep.
The fact that any man ever says something like a woman would crush them says everything you need to know about them. But guess what? LeeAnn, that's most dudes. Most dudes, look, you were talking about threesomes earlier. Do you know that most guys can't even handle a threesome? They say all this, that'd be like my dream. Give them 2 women and watch what happens, Camelot.
Yeah.
They just clam up.
Mm-hmm.
they if you put them in certain situations, I've seen this with my own two eyes. You put most dudes in certain situations. In fact, to your point, if you allow a dude to just stand there and go like this, all right, I set everything up. So this is my girl Zia. She wants to smash. Most dudes can't even close the deal, even though all the work has been done.
They won't even go in the room. Just go in the room.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know,
Like,
man.
you okay? You don't have to take her out. You don't have to drinks. You don't have to talk about where you're from, your family life. All she said was, "Hey Drex, I need it tonight. You're not available. Do you know someone?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, my buddy X, Y, and Z is he's available, right? My buddy Brian." So I'm like, "Look, dude, here. So I'm gonna send you his pictures, right, Zia? So now you see his pictures. Oh yeah, Drex, I like him. Your picture goes to him. Oh yeah, she's bad." And I'm like, dude, all you have to do is just show up. Just show up. Camelot, they can't do it. Oh, yeah. What is she doing? Or, this is the best one. This is the best one. Insecure guy 101. Have you smashed yet? What does it matter if I did or didn't? Right? What does it matter? Yep. Like, because a lot of these dudes, because they have no options, LeeAnn, none, zero. You're at look. Hey, Cody, I think we talked about the actual numbers now.
Yeah.
34% of guys are literal incels, as in zero sex, none, nothing, right? 34%. So you already eliminated a third, right? And then let's talk about the true incels, married dudes, right? Married cucks. Because a lot of dudes who are in relationships don't actually have sex, which is to your point that you just made, right? I guarantee you, LeeAnn, let me ask you this. I'll ask you and Zia. Can you guys talk about the reasons why women just like have the sex go off a cliff when they're in the relationship? So like give us like an insight into girl talk. Like, LeeAnn, I used to be able to get sexy for him, but damn, because he was a 2-pump chump, that's why I don't anymore. Like what are like the things that women tell you that girls talk about?
What women tell me or what I
just like girl talk. Like someone, because like I know things, but like I know things from like a certain male perspective, and then talking to women. And the reason why I brought up the time, I know I've had multiple women tell me this. They said the reason why they stopped giving their guys sex was because they said it took longer for them to get ready than the actual sexual encounter. So whether it's waxing, she takes a shower, she put nice perfume on, clothes on, she did all the, did her hair, the total time, the investment that it took for her, and the guy was 2-pump chump. So she was like, well, okay, I'm not giving him sex anymore.
That's never happened to me, so I don't know.
Why does sex decrease in a relationship?
Yeah,
I think
because for me it doesn't.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Annoy me.
Wait, they annoy you? Damn, what are they doing that's annoying you?
What's up?
What are they doing that's annoying you that makes you just be like, ugh?
I don't know, complain a lot or just.
Wait, what are dudes complaining about?
I don't know.
Sex,
anything.
Complaining is a huge turnoff. That's true. Like if you're constantly
just
complaining
about anything, not just anything.
What
it's just like it's like whining. Like I don't know.
Yeah, and then I think like one guy I was with, I knew the relationship was over when we stopped having. I just wasn't attracted to him anymore.
Yeah,
I just didn't want to have sex with him.
Oh damn!
I was just like he grossed me out.
Yeah, my one
that was
that like 3 years, and I broke up with him because of that. He was so whiny, and he just turned emo and got on my fucking nerves. And I'm like, dude, I might as well just date a girl.
Yeah, there it goes. That's what we talked about earlier. I've seen it. I've seen.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna let my dog out because she wants to go out there. So let me let her out real quick, and I'll be right back.
You can you can tell like these guys, like you just have to keep being manly. You got to keep surprising her. I had a girl recently. She climbed on top of me, like pelvic region. She was like ready to go, and I just grabbed her thighs and brought her up to my face, and she was like, "What the fuck?" That's what I did. So it's just you got to keep things fresh, and you got to be aggressive. Not like a salty aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, Gabriel. Oh my God! This might be the first pink boy. Let me look.
I think it is.
It's the first pink boy of the night. It's a rainbow night, putting us 250 from Naked Snake and Naked Zia. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like the show. We're closing in. We are closing in at the end here as well.
Okay.
Still,
wait, we're done.
No. We're just closing in. Is all.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay.
No, thank you so much, Gabriel. You're man. So I'm convinced Stanley Kubrick based Eyes Wide Shut off real life. You know, the SOBs who run the world are doing the stuff behind the scenes. Kubrick also died shortly before the movie was released. Coincidence?
Yep.
Also, here's 50 naked steak. I 100% agree with you, man. 100% agree with you. Anybody that attacks status quo ends up dead every time. Thank you so much for your pink boy. I love you. I appreciate you. Jadine says, I never used a prostitute, but in a more honest transaction than voting for a politician. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you literally know exactly what you're getting. Yeah, I know people that work in the porn industry and they're fucking wonderful human beings.
They're great people.
Yeah.
They know what they want. David Lopez.
But you know what? I told an incel that there is no incel because you can always just pay for it, and they did not like that.
Yeah, they want that emotional thing.
It's true though. You don't have to be an incel. You could pay for it.
But LeeAnn, do you know what? We debunked that a long time ago because I used to ask that question. I was like, because like when the first time someone told me that term, I said that doesn't make sense. Because let me get this straight. You're involuntarily celibate. I said, but if that's true, couldn't you just here's the money, go get yourself a hooker? And then what I learned was it's not sex they seek. They seek the validation. Like they want that fantasy. Like, well, I want her to like love me for me.
The Elliot Rogers.
That's such a woman thing to say.
It's a female thing. It's a feminine trait. Like,
yeah. See, I thought that was a woman thing too, but I guess
these dudes, man, they're bitch made.
Yeah.
I think that it's just normal to want human connection. Men want it, women want it. I understand. There's a reason why people cohabitate.
If you're miserable, then just fucking pay for it.
Exactly. For the love of God. Get
laid. Like, don't let it run your entire life. Maybe if you get laid, you'll be like more
you'll loosen
open up and happier, and then you won't find some fucking annoying.
Yeah, do you know what the great irony to that is? The guy who doesn't place women and pussy on a pedestal and obsess about it gets laid more because women sense that.
Of course.
In the same way, like, like the pre-selection process, right? If a guy walks in and he's a lame, right? And then someone says, I can get this lame to at least get one chick to smash him. Someone goes, how are you gonna do that? All right.
Yeah.
Give him a shower. Make sure he's done, he's looking presentable, right? He doesn't have to be in a three-piece suit, but just dresses nice, right? Put this wedding ring on, put this wedding band on, right? And then just go sit at that bar and just be cool. Don't say anything. Just sit there and be cool. Right now, the woman thinks, "Oh man, he's married," and all he sees is like, "Yeah, I'm saying like, I'm just too sexual for my wife. She's really just kind of, just not doing it for me anymore." And then women will be like this, "Oh, really?" And a guy will get laid that night.
Yep,
because women love to.
I would not do that.
I'm not saying you would. I'm saying
I know. I don't know if women do that. I feel like they don't
love it,
respect
man.
Themselves at all. To do that to another woman, I'm doing that.
I've heard that before. That
I'll tell the girl. I have
a guy that wears a wedding ring gets hit on way more than guys who don't.
So
I've heard that, which is crazy.
Dude. That's fucked up.
Because people are trash. Because humans are garbage. That's why.
It's pretty obvious. It's like math. It's like 2 + 2 = 4. When a woman sees a successful man or a man that could be happy and he's taken, she sees the unfaced woman that she doesn't even know, having never met, as competition, and she sees it as a challenge. She wants to take that challenge down to see if she's still validated and attractive and smart and accepted and
that bitch better get something else in life to challenge her, because that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Women are gross, very insecure.
Gross bitches. David Lopez real quick says, have you seen The Boy and the Heron? Hayao Miyazaki's latest movie is projected to take #1 in the opening weekend. I'm so excited to see it because I love Miyazaki, bro.
I love everything he does.
Love it.
I hadn't heard of that one yet.
Love it. So excited. He's old as hell. Jadine, I think given what Drex said, I should say I just hate politicians so much worse than women. The women's of the night.
Women's of the night. I like that.
Sounds like a vampire.
Right?
It does. Women's of the night.
Yeah, they're like out there in like stilettos and BBLs and all that. But here's the thing though: if you talk to these people, this is something that's I don't think a lot of guys ever experience, which is when you talk to them not as a customer. That's the key. When you talk to a woman who's a sex worker, not as a customer, you get a lot of insight into female nature and how they view the world. So when she's like, "Oh yeah, this is my price" or whatever, you're like, "No, look, I'm not there for that." And you just talk to them as a human being, because most of their interactions with men are transactional. You see what I'm saying? So when she gets something that's not that, she's like, "Oh, you're just like a regular cool person? Oh, cool." And they'll start talking to you. And you'll find out they're far more honest than all these people. Look, I would argue they're going to be more honest than like the person you're dating, because this is what ends up happening. A lot of times when people date or in some kind of a situationship, they get this weird thing where like the woman's like, I don't want him to even think of me as a hoe, so I can't let him know that I like it backdoor. And then the dude is sitting there doing this weird thing where like, I don't want to do too many things for her to make her think that I seem desperate, like I'm a simp. So both sides wind up like holding back what they naturally want to give. And that's how you end up in this like stalemate.
Yep.
See, I don't do that. I'm just very honest. I'm very straightforward. I don't play games. I'm not doing it. Like, I'll just tell you. I don't care. Like, I don't care.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah, I'm with you,
LeeAnn. I don't
LeeAnn.
want to play games. I don't want to. I fucking hate it. I just don't do it.
Because it's also exhausting. Yeah, don't
It
like
is. I hate it.
pretend
I'm
like
not doing
you
it.
don't care and make me. Because then the thing that happens with me is if you act like you don't care, then I'm done, and
exactly.
I'll just
don't want
leave.
that.
Like if you try to do that thing where you're like, oh, I'm playing hard to get, and I'm gonna pretend like I'm not.
I
don't give a shit about. Yeah, I'm like, all right, then
I'm
see
like,
you
all
fucking
right,
later.
well,
I'm done.
Whatever.
Dude, I gotta dump a load. I can't do that. I don't have time to play hard to get.
That was always.
I gotta dump the
Okay.
load at some point tonight. So it's happening. You know.
Yeah, like if you guys think about it, right? Playing hard to get is like inherently counterproductive
It's
because
fucking
like
retarded.
because okay, have you guys heard those stories where like women are complaining about like, well, guys don't even try anymore, and then they're like, what do you mean by that? Like, well, this guy asked me out and I said no, and he goes, okay, and just turned around and left.
Yeah,
it's like, well,
that's what he should have done.
That's what he should have done.
No,
Like,
you idiot. Why'd you say no?
Why'd you say no? Because if he presses, he can catch a dude can legitimately catch a case now. If he's like this, if I push up on LeeAnn and she's like, oh yeah, no, not interested, and I try to keep going, which is what our grandfathers did, right? They would try to, keep talking, keep pursuing. You can get in jail or lose your career for that now.
Yeah.
So because of that, as a man, because of that, dudes are like, oh, I'm not your type, cool, and they just walk away. And women are like, well, no, I still want him to like want me, even though I rejected him. What?
No.
Either you're down for this dude, you're into him, and y'all want to go grab a cup of coffee or go on a walk, or you don't.
Yeah,
the game playing has to stop.
Yeah,
I hate it. I don't do any of that. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, there's like a huge rabbit hole on TikTok. If you search in how to manipulate women, oh my god, the advice these men are giving is
no.
I made a video about this. I was like, dude, stop listening to these dudes. If you ignore a girl for weeks, and that's not gonna work. Like, we just figure, fuck this. Like, it gives me time to think that you're a douchebag. So bye. Like,
and also
find someone else that will talk to me. Like, why would I want you to ignore me? Like, are you kidding? Am I 12, bro? Like, terrible advice. You should see some of it. Oh my god, dude. It was
I might have to go down the rabbit hole because I love like that kind of comedy where like, because I mean you started seeing this Camelot, you remember about maybe like 5-ish years ago, you started seeing more and more of these like masculinity coach Jack Murphy types, right? And they want like get the beard, bro, and do this and be alpha and all. And I was like, yeah, but here's the thing, here's the problem though. All you're doing is that you're projecting a persona. That's not who you are. Women will eventually see through that. So like being confident and acting confident are two different things, right? Yep. Because LeeAnn, have you ever been around a guy who tried to like pretend that he was confident, right?
Yeah, and it's the most pathetic shit I've ever seen.
But like, what was the giveaway to you that let you know, like, no, you're actually a fucking?
It's their whole aura. Like, I could just read people very well, so it's just you could tell they're awkward about it, and it's not who they really are, and you could just tell they're not being who they are, and that just it weirds me out because I'm like, who are you? Like, I don't like when people act fake. Just be yourself. Like, I don't know. I could tell, and it's so awkward because I'm like, I don't know who I'm talking to really because you're acting weird. So kind of freaks me out because I don't know like what you're doing. It's like pathetic, I guess, and funny sometimes.
I've said this for years.
It's just weird.
Women see through that shit so fast.
I hate it.
Fast.
I tell women too, I'm like, dude, if you're not some bitch that you can go fuck everyone and not have feelings and you don't care, if you're really naturally not like that, like, don't do that. You're going to fuck up your mental health so bad because if that's not you, it's just not you. Like, you're just going to feel worse about yourself. Like, don't make yourself do shit like that. It's just weird. I don't know. Just be yourself, dude. Like, you'll find someone eventually.
Yes. Be yourself. And
it's also actually compatible.
Hate politicians like Jadine. Says I really hate politicians. Jadine's real pissed tonight. So I hate politicians.
Yeah.
I hate them. You know who I hate not as much? I don't hate hookers as much, but I hate politicians.
I
I'm
like this
damn.
Jadine guy. I like him a lot. He
I
hates
agree, Jadine.
politicians.
Fuck
He
him.
likes hookers.
Fuck him.
This guy's
He
great.
wants us to know.
Yeah,
This
I'm
guy's
I agree.
fantastic.
No, I'm completely in compliance with this.
And
Yes,
they hate us too.
No, that's for damn sure. They look at us like we're roaches and pieces of shit and disposable. Every one of
Peasants.
them, no matter who
We're
they
the
are.
peasants. Yeah, exactly, LeeAnn. Oh my god.
Well, Camelot, a lot of the things that they try to push are literally them. That's the elites literally trolling them. So when they're saying, you know what, Zia, I'm gonna give you 2 more years, you're gonna be eating bugs. They're literally trolling the population. They literally look at they look at all of us as literal subhuman filth. That's why when they decide they're going to push a button to start whatever war or whatever, to start deleting people by the thousands or millions, they're just like this. Look at them. Like when they start like a new thing, right? Whatever the thing is, whether it's a slogan that leads to something. During like that whole Me Too thing, when the white feminist chicks hijacked it from ugly ass Tarana Burke, right? Which no one raped her, by the way. When that whole thing happened, do you know that when they see these ladies wearing pussy hats or they see dudes out here acting a certain way, they're laughing. The elites are sitting there looking like, look at what they're arguing over, right? They're arguing over what is a woman. They're laughing. They're like, you people are so stupid and useless.
They laugh because it's like those things is where they actually legitimately believe that these 80-year-old politicians who paid 5 cents for a Coke in the 40s aren't inherently like racist as fuck. No,
they don't
I'm
give a shit what gender.
Joe Biden hates black people. I'm sorry, you don't be a dumbass. Every 80-year-old person hates them. Like that's just how it is. Like, and speaking of old people, Gabriel. I gotta interrupt our conversation for this one because it's a $300 super chat. Gabriel Knight. Oh my god! Holy shit balls! 20 likes away from the goal. In honor of Gabriel, make sure you like this show. Thank you so much, Gabriel. That is undamn believable. He says, because we got to keep the streak alive, here's the last monies to get over the hump for Snake Eater. Merry Christmas, Ron Paul, and Javier Malay forever. Thank you so much, Gabriel. I don't deserve that shit. That is insane.
Merry Christmas.
Way too over the
just
top.
like gifted you a Nintendo Switch, fam.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you,
That's wild.
new Miyazaki game coming out.
Do you know how far $300 can get you in a whole lot of countries?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, look, I don't know if y'all know this, but these hoes are selling pussy for $2 in Athens. $2.
I'm going to Athens.
Yep.
Be right back for science.
Go to Athens,
5,000 pesos. 5,000
it's
pesos.
bad.
Thank you, Gabriel. I love you, man. I appreciate
Gabriel.
that.
That's crazy.
People like you keep this show going, and like I said, I don't deserve it. Zia might deserve it, but I don't deserve it. I
Probably
appreciate
not.
it. Look at her. God, Jesus, what a train wreck. Thank you so much, Gabriel.
I'm still alive.
Over here. Go. At least her tits are out. Thank you so much, Gabriel. I appreciate you. I love you. Those tits don't look sick. That's all that matters.
No, they look great in this bra.
Thank you.
You know what,
so
Zia?
much.
I'm actually going to thank you and LeeAnn for having titties out, and I'll tell you why. I took my daughter to go see Thanksgiving last weekend, and something hit me. There was a time where every time that you went to see an action movie or a horror movie, you got tits, right?
Oh,
there were
yeah.
those days.
I've talked about this recently.
And I'm like,
they're
where's
gone.
all the
There's
titties?
no boobs.
It's just dick.
Where's all the boobs now? Like,
Dicks
what
now.
happened? And, like, I'm going to start saying this, man. I appreciate, look, breast cancer awareness is the wrong type of month. We just need titties out. Titties out awareness.
Titty awareness.
Just have them out. Like just, and here's the thing though. And be proud when a guy stares. Don't be acting, you staring. Look, you wore that shirt because you wanted attention. You may not want attention from that particular guy because he's a creep, but still, just take the compliment of him staring like this, right?
I never get offended by shit like that. I actually make funny videos about that, like mocking women that do.
Yeah.
Why would I be offended by that? It's so dumb. The same thing at the gym.
No shit,
like,
dude. Do I have to wear this? No.
Of course not.
That's all I've been looking at the whole show is both.
I know, right? I have a challenge for you, LeeAnn. LeeAnn and Zia, I have a challenge for y'all. Just make a video. Just see if this works, right? Go out in public and have one of those little kitty water guns, right? And just walk up to a dude and go, "Would you mind shooting me with these?" I don't care if you have any, just hopefully something to bounce on, right? And just see if the guy does it. Just for the gram, right? Just go look. And he'll like look at you like, "Are you serious?" Like, I'm dead serious. and you just be like, okay, and let him just go like this, and let him just shoot the water or oil. Let him shoot water or oil all over the titties, right? And just start bouncing.
I gotta wait till it gets a little bit warmer out.
Oh yeah. Once the
Yeah,
weather clears
same.
up,
It's a summertime. That's a
once
summertime
it's a
thing.
summertime thing. Once we get to that point, because look, I told you, Camelot, I want to make racism great again. I want to make titties great again. I mean, because there's a lot of things that we miss, right? Like we miss dumb action movies. We miss dumb comedies that were offensive because offensive equals funny. And now everyone's like this. Oh my God, Zia, this could offend somebody. Because so the left says
I live to offend people.
Because you should. One side is saying, who will this offend? We got to be so unoffensive. The other side is saying, everything that you guys say and do is degenerate. So it's like, look, dude, I want to get people back to having fun. Titties are fun.
Dude,
Okay.
my favorite, I don't know if you ever watched wrestling, Drex, but my favorite thing in the entire world was Attitude Era Wrestling. The Godfather had a hoe train, and they would go, you remember the hoe? Come on, the hoe train. It was like the most fun in the whole world. And then there was sexual chocolate. You had fucking Sunny coming out with their tits out. Like, it was the world's greatest thing. They would go.
I gotta look this up. So Godfather, hoe train. Wait, what was the Wrestling Federation?
It was WWF.
Oh, so it was WWF.
It was, yeah.
Oh,
and it was Godfather had the hoe train, and they would go to whenever they would, because they traveled around the country. They would have like radio promotions to get all the strippers to come in for his hoe train. So it was different girls in every state. It was
you can't do that now, but you could talk about little kids chopping.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
like, seriously, Zia, what would you rather talk about or see? Drag queen story hour, right? With creepy dudes with hairy legs flashing genitals at 6-year-olds, or a hoe train.
A hoe train. I want to see the hoe train.
Give me that shit 8 days a week. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look,
Venus.
Give it to me.
We need more hoe trains.
We need more hoe trains. Less drag queen story hour. Less was it hormone replacement therapy? Less of this. What are some of the other things that have Disney woke politics? Right, like no one cares about that shit. We care about hoe trains, titties out. We want asses clapping. Like, I just want to go ahead and just have like a round of applause with just asses, though. Just you see them just clap.
Just clapping.
Like, have a ass clap pyramid. You understand what I'm saying?
Peak.
That was peak. And look where we're at now. It's like
I asked Adam Carolla on Instagram like last year. I was like, bring back the man show so I could jump on a trampoline. He was like, no. I was like, come on.
Do you remember?
We need the man.
That was the best era of Spike, right? Spike TV was like the last era of like men's content. We're like, look, what do guys like? Guys like action. They like titties. They like girls bouncing on trampolines. Give it to them. What's the problem?
Dude, Cody can make a show like that. You could have the new man show, better man show.
Yeah, have a better man show.
And I hate that whole argument. Oh, go ahead, Cody.
Sorry, Zia. His now the reason he can't have it now is because his partner cries whenever somebody mentions the word Trump, and he makes a big speech on the show and starts crying like a bug. Oh,
that dude, man, he went full cuck, man. But though, if you actually go back, he was always that way. If you really look, you'll be like, nah, you were always a fraud. Because I think that you ladies would agree, guys don't become a fraud. They always were. Kind of like what you were saying, LeeAnn. They were faking it. They were faking the funk. You see this with certain female actresses, right? Where they'll try to pretend to be something, and then later on, oh my God, I was taken advantage of. It's like, wait a minute. You see this with porn stars a lot. They're doing the most, right? Lana Rhodes, Riley Reid, they do all this stuff, and then like later on, oh, I never enjoyed any of it. I didn't like it. I was abused. It's like, wait a minute. I've seen your scenes more than once. I've seen your scenes. I know your work, Adriana Chechik. And all of a sudden,
I didn't want to do porn, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Eminem is renouncing his old lyrics. Man, that's lame.
I do it. Oh, by the way, I just want to point out this chat. I appreciate you so much. We beat the nose again. The fall of the nose and the rise of the camel toe. I appreciate Jadine. Let me get the super chat. It says from Jadine, the politicians like prostitutes in the worst sort of way. Oh fuck. Hofing. What's the point? Thank you so much, Jadine. I love you. Jadine went hard as fuck today.
Dude, I'm loving Jadine. He's
the greatest.
On fire.
Johan says, but what if being yourself has never been enough? What do you do then? Oh,
you be a better self.
You focus on activities like building things, creating things,
Mhm.
something to that nature that will
If you
allow
build it,
you.
hoes will come.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta make yourself,
Especially when you build a host.
Yeah, Johan, build a hoe train. We'll all
Yeah.
come aboard.
They will come.
You must be fulfilled. You must fulfill yourself before others will see value in you. Thank you, Johan. I appreciate you. So like Love says, LeeAnn also has ghosts who tell her who's being fake. The women know.
They
Mm,
know.
They
Y'all
just
know.
They
They
don't,
know,
but-
man. They know. They're gonna know. They're gonna know. Cyber Hunk says, you know, you can do that to a woman when she literally cannot still stand waiting for you. Like she's having an ecstasy trip just thinking about it. Man, I've had women that were like, you could feel like the tension, right? I've been around women you could feel they're like shaking, and you can like feel it in the air. I'm like, damn, this girl's wild. This girl's wild. I can feel it. You know, you get the glossy look in their eyes, and they're like, they just can't stop smiling. I'm like, bro, it's gonna happen. All right, just wait an hour. All right, wait till everybody starts leaving.
An hour.
Just wait for everybody to leave. Jesus. Yeah, thank you, Michael. He says my problem: too shy, quiet, autism. Damn. Well, the
Hey,
autism
autism is very in right now.
for
You
women.
I don't
better
believe any of it.
capitalize on
1
that.
second.
Autism.
I don't believe it's true at all.
What?
I truly believe that. I believe that all of this is bullshit because let's go back, let's say 30 years, right? You go back 20, 30 years, you could be shy and quiet, but like, yeah, maybe a little socially awkward, but like diet and discipline is what caused you to like shape up. Now, if you're slightly weird or something, they go like this. Oh my God, we got to hand you these pills. Or they basically reinforce something like this. LeeAnn, are you just slightly off? Well, yeah, it's because you're autistic. Are they really autistic? Because look, there's no way that there's this many people who are suddenly autistic. There's just no fucking way. In the same way that you guys remember when they were loading up all these young boys on and saying that they were all ADHD, every kid, ADHD, ADD. And it's like, wait a minute.
Meanwhile, they're just a kid.
They're just a kid.
Yeah.
And they put them all on Adderall.
All of them.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know a lot of them are
Neurotransmitters, they're
very
faster.
pissed at their parents for doing that because
the parents don't really care about
did
the
a
kids, let's
lot
be
of
honest.
damage. So
oh shit, it's almost midnight. Yeah, I actually got to roll because I got to be up in exactly 5 hours. So I got to roll. I know.
Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you,
Zia. It was a pleasure. LeeAnn, it's a pleasure.
Very
Cody,
nice to
always
meet
a
you.
pleasure. Thanks.
I'll
for having
follow
me on.
you. I don't know if I followed you, but I will.
Oh well, I'll have to follow both of y'all back because I'll definitely end up. We'll have to do it again when I'm actually like off, so I can definitely hang out and chat with you ladies. Someone's gonna do some more cuck shit before 2024. I have a feeling.
There's gonna be a lot more.
There's gonna be a lot more. I can feel it. But thanks again for having me. Have a good night, y'all.
Night.
Good night. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Drex is the goat because
He's cool as hell.
If you ever need Drex, if you're kind of down, you have low energy, not a lot of carbs, invite Drex onto a show and you ain't even got to talk. Drex just go for 2 hours. You're like, yeah,
that was
just
literally
keep going, Drex. He just saying shit
being
like this is the
sick.
greatest shit. He just keeps going, and he's smart.
That face he did was so funny.
It looked,
With the glasses.
It
What the fuck?
100% looked like the guy, like that guy. He did a great job. If he would have, if he showed up, if he showed up like that and acting like that, you would never know that he was not like that. I'm just kidding, bro. What's up? You're like, oh shit, what the fuck?
You're like, oh, you're smooth as hell.
But he's jacked and huge. I don't know if either of you have ever met him, but he's a.
I've never met him. How tall is he?
Jacked. He's like 6'5" at least.
Jesus. He's a big ass guy.
He's a big dude. At least 6'5". He's probably taller than that. I'm probably short selling him. No pun intended.
7 foot.
That's wild.
He's tall, dude. Yeah, he's tall. I'm baby. I'm big. It sucks because every time, and I was gonna say this earlier, but I totally forgot. Every time I go anywhere, like family or anything, I am easily the tallest person by like a mile. But when I go to like a convention to meet up with all my boys, they're all 6'4", and I'm like down here 5'11". Like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Which that's funny because 5'11" is so tall to me because I'm
that's tall.
It's tall, but I feel like
you're not a short king.
Yeah, you're exactly. You're not a short king.
I'm the king of the manlets. No, I was I was gonna say this when Drexel was on. You'll notice like when you go to the gym every day. I go to the gym every single day, 7 days a week. When you go to the gym every day, you're lifting. I'm dieting like a motherfucker right now. I haven't had a drop of alcohol in over a month, and I can't wait to drink again at Anna's wedding. Oh, I'm so excited! I'm gonna fucking get fucked. But so I'm, doing all these things, and you're like, man, you go to the gym, everybody's jacked. My gym's a meathead gym, so every dude's jacked. Everybody's in good shape. All the women look unbelievable. Like it's crazy. And you go, and that's all I do. That's all I do every day. I go to the gym, come home. Go to the gym, go home. Do YouTube, go to the gym. And then I'll go to a con or I'll go to some kind of get together. And then I realize, holy shit, I'm like the best person. I'm the best in shape person by 10 fucking miles. And you
Mm.
realize when you go out in public that almost no one's really in shape. And you're like looking at yourself, damn, everybody's flimsy and floppy. And I'm the only one that has any kind of like anything. And it's
Definition, yeah.
it's because you get used to being around those kind of people and surrounding yourself with those kind of people every single day. And then you go to something like that and no one does that. That's why it holds so much value, because I go to a con and no one that walks at my table is in shape.
But that's why when they say, and they're absolutely right, when they say like you are who you surround yourself with, like if you look at your circle of friends, are they motivated? Do they take care of themselves? Like you will become who you hang out with. It's absolutely true. And so when you find yourself around a bunch of people that take care of themselves, and then you go out into the world and you're like, wait a second, that's not everyone.
Yep. Yeah. It's 100%. That's 100%. You'll get around. And this is a great segue, because women, for example, women will, there's this really common thing that there's all kinds of videos about it. There's all kinds of literature about it. There's all kinds of studies about it, where women will leave like a husband, or after like 7 or 8 years, they were in a relationship since they were 19, they leave their husband. And after a few years, like they write this like short story or article about how much they regretted leaving that relationship, because they get out of it and they realize that their relationship was so good that it made them think, damn, there's something probably so great out there I can go find immediately. And then they realize the first guy they hook up with has PTSD, the next guy they hook up with has herpes, the next guy they hook up with cries after sex, and he's not. And then you realize that person that you built that life together was so strong, so passionate, and like a good genuine partner. And you're like, fuck, I threw all that away because I thought I could find better, because he spoiled you into thinking that you were that way. And it works the same for men. Like a man will leave a relationship for some reason like that, and they're like, fuck, dude, she was cool as fuck, and now all these girls suck ass. What was I thinking?
I think social media does that to people.
Yep. Oh yeah, 100%.
They think they have too many options, and it's not true. So they give up good people because they're like, oh, there's so many. No, there's not. There fucking is not.
So hard to find someone that you click with.
Yep.
It's like legitimately. And then find someone that you click with that you also have the same ideals and you want to live the same kind of life. Like, that's not easy to find either.
No. Social media is a farce, dude. People just think it's something it's not. Everyone's just showing you like a highlight reel, and they're really just fucking insane. And
dude, you'll see
not worth it.
What the first thing, okay, you'll be talking to your brother or your sister or your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law, whatever have you, and they'll be like, yeah, me and her are, we're going through a lot. She's like been really mean, and she's always leaving, and she never comes home, and she'll just go leave for the weekend and won't tell me where she's going, and we fight all the time. It's really, really bad. It's just really fucking bad all the time. And then, but what do I see on Facebook every day? They're both posting pictures together, and they're like, I love this person. This person completes me to the best thing in life. But behind the scenes, everything is burning the fuck down.
Yeah.
Social media presents this really highly acceptable viewpoint of every single person, but everybody's got bad shit going on. Everybody,
literally everyone.
Yeah.
It's never like it looks.
And even good relationships, by the way, are going to have bad shit going on, because that's part of life. Like, think about living 24/7 with someone and thinking you're never going to have disagreements, or you're never going to get into arguments, or you're never going to have times where you just want to be the fuck away from them. Like, that's normal, because that's part of being in. And it's not just a romantic relationships, that's friendships as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you're hanging out with friends, like I've been in fights with friends before. Like, where
we don't be around anyone all the time. I need to be alone a lot. Like, I'm fine with that. Go do whatever you want. I don't care. Like, I'm good. Whatever. I don't need to be up your asshole.
It was our parents' fault. It was our parents' fault, 100%, because our parents told us, maybe the generation prior to that as well, they told us, well, life's all about pursuing your dreams and happiness. Be happy, 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 happy. What they don't tell you, and you have to learn this through fucking trial and error until you're in your 30s, what you don't understand is moments of fulfillment and moments of happiness are so fucking fleeting and far and few in between that it's not about that. It's about surviving and living in someone's presence and having peace. You're not always going to be happy. Shit, a lot of the time you won't be happy in a relationship, but it's about getting through that point and understanding why you were in this relationship to begin with. Now, sometimes you can't fucking repair shit because shit's just broken. But people are so quick to cut shit off immediately because they feel one moment of fucking anything. They're like, I'm out, fuck this. And I'm like, dude, if you don't have years of evidence on an issue in your relationship, then if it's a brand new thing that just started, Like you have to. People are just so ready to pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Like Johnny Culpepper says, "All you 40 back on another podcast, best quad ever. Tits out, dude. My tits are about to come out here in a second because we hit Naked Snake.
We hit Naked Snake. So many boobies.
Thank you so much. I love you. I love you. By the way, I got to give a shout out to somebody on Rumble. Guy's name is Mudbug, and he's a big man. He's a good man, and the reason he's such a good man is because every single show he drops a $100 Rumble rant. Every single show. Rumble rant says, "Good evening, ladies and Cody's. A lot of cleavage tonight. Feel better, Zia."
Thank you. It's I know it doesn't sound like it, but I am worlds better than I've been for the last 3 days. I was bad there for a minute. Thank you so much.
Yeah, people are trolling me about Alex Jones getting unbanned and not me. Yeah, I get it. Okay, I suck. Okay.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm salty about it. I don't even really care that much about Alex Jones, to be perfectly honest with you. But I do want Cody to have his fucking Twitter back.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. 100%. It's midnight, boys. It's time to do some Naked Snake for the boys in blue. I appreciate you guys so much. It's the 245th Naked Snake in a row for me. That's over 2.5 years. For Zia, it's 10th on this show, 80th on her show, probably. I don't know.
Something like that.
She was like, "I don't want to steal your grift," like 6 months ago. And I'm like, "Bro, steal it. What do you mean?"
Yeah, no, Cody was literally like, "Just do mine." He's like, "Just do mine." And I was like, "Well, I maybe not like exact." And Cody's like, "Just do it." I was like, "What about?"
I don't even know what you're
Cody's
talking
like, "That's a
about. What is
great
it?"
idea. Get naked online.
I take my shirt off. Yeah. Once we hit Naked Snake, I take my shirt off. Zia takes her shirts, she takes most everything off, but still, it's yeah. And
it all comes off.
And then I just I sing like a verse of a song. We have some good music playing. I jiggle my titties a little bit. That's the end of it. And I've done it.
I can like make my titties dance, but I don't have anything on out under this. Like, so that would be bad for you.
We'll just make your titties dance then. That's perfect.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't have anything else on.
I ain't got any pants on, so I agree. I hate it though because every time I get up out of my chair, it's like pilling. I got to peel myself off the chair.
I was gonna say, is this dick swinging or like
my dog?
Like straight up nothing.
I had a wiener, I had a wiener dog. I had a Dotson, and his belly was completely bald. He was a huge, long Dotson. He was like the biggest Dotson you can get, but he was a Dotson, and he would lay on me with his head right here and his belly all the way down to my waist, and then like his little leggies dangling. And I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like burning up and sweating. I had to peel him off. He always put his belly on me.
They have those smooth little skin bellies.
Yeah, he died recently.
No.
Yeah, when I left, my dad wouldn't let me take him. This was a long time ago. He was pretty old, but when I finally left home, I was 20. I was 19 or 20 when I finally left home. And went and got a place with my ex-wife. And he was like, "You can't take my boy." And I'm like, okay. And then 10 years later, he got hit by a car. But he was an old fucker, though. He was an old fucker.
He lived to be old, but that's still so sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. It sucks, man. Janine, Jamie Johnson, Should Have Seen in Color. It's a great song. You know, it's a great song, Janine. I Believe by Brooks and Dunn. And I'm not even religious at all. And I love that fucking song. It's about Jesus. And I just love it.
Cody's always talking about how dumb religion is. He's like, "But give me this Jesus song."
It's my favorite song.
That's great.
It's literally called I Believe. And I can't, God, it's such a great song. It's a beautiful song. Jadine, I love you.
There's a song by Volbeat called Maybe I Believe, and I fucking love that song. I don't know what it's about, but it's a great goddamn song.
Volbeat's not that band that the vocalist sounds terrible, is it?
I don't know.
I
love their vocalist. So
there's a fucking band that plays in the gym. Every time it comes on, I want to kill myself. It's like the guys, I don't think it's the same band, but he's like, and I'm just like, fuck this guy, kill him down in Minecraft.
I don't think it's that.
God, I wish I knew the name of the song. Oh, somebody in the chat, come on! I'm just trying.
just going on that. I think
yeah, that sounds.
I'll ask the gym owner next time it pops on and I see him. I'll be like, "Dude, what is this song?" Because I hate it. And I want to tell everybody
it's like a song in Africa, like a tribe sings. I don't know.
It's an African song, apparently. No, thank you, Janine. I appreciate you.
African child.
Saul says it's 30 in a row right now. My God. Somebody says, yeah, it's literally Volbeat. He was doing Volbeat. You sure?
You don't like Volbeat? I love Volbeat.
Dude, I don't know about the vocalist needs to be smacked for being all dumb sounding. I get having a gimmicky, like you got to have a voice that's different, but Jesus, not that different.
I mean, his voice to me just sounds like Like he's got a very distinctive voice, but I don't think it's annoying. I don't know. Someone's saying Scatman.
Scatman. Skibbity bop bop.
Skibbity bop bop.
Wait,
It's
is that the
Volbeat.
same
Everybody
guy
saying
that
it's
the
Volbeat.
Micro Machine guy is? Is that the same guy or is it different?
What is it?
The Micro Machine guy. Do you know who that is? Like,
I don't know
he
who that
do
is.
the commercials and talk really fast. I don't know if that's like the same person, but they sound alike.
I don't
The
think
song
I've
is
I don't
I'm a
think I've ever
Scatman.
heard that one.
It's his accent and he's Nordic. No, you don't. All of my favorite bands are literally Nordic and none of them sound like that.
He doesn't have but
It's stupid sounding to me. I'm sorry. I'm stupid as fuck.
a warrior's call?
Literally listen
Oh my
to
god,
songs.
baby.
Listen to songs all the time. They're like fucking, they sound like Jeff Tate. They have like freaking bands from that. Marco Hitala from Nightwish. Amazing vocalists, all from that area. Okay, they don't have to. He doesn't have to do this to me. It reminds me of Damien Draymain, his shit vocals. That guy from Avenged Sevenfold, want to slap him in real life. God, I can't stand their fucking vocals. The vocals are all trash.
You
They're
don't
all
like
trash.
Avenged Sevenfold's vocals?
God, I hate them. Fuck that. God, how dare you? How dare you? I hate it. It's like this weird, like, performative shit. Just sing the song. Damien Drayman is the same way. Fuck off. Fuck off.
So
with that
you
shit.
don't like any sort of stylistic choices?
I
in
do not
singing?
like trailer park music.
Okay.
Trailer park metal, Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, I
fucking,
love Five Finger Death Punch.
Of course you do. Disturbed.
I love them. I like
I'm
Disturbed.
disturbed that they even exist. Men Sevenfold trash.
I think I like one Disturbed song. Like
I don't even know which it would. There's probably a few songs that are all right, but God, when he opens his mouth, I want to die. That one of my favorite bands from back in the day. He was a producer on their album. It was like I think it was Trivium released an album, and Damien Drayman was the producer, and I loved Trivium back in those days. And all the vocals were just Damien Drayman. Like he tried to sing like Damien Drayman, and I was like, oh God, it was awful. I was like, no, he's my most hated. I hate him so much. God, it's terrible. Yeah, it's not that I don't like stylistic vocals. It's just like they're making their voice sound a certain way that's unnatural to appeal to like whatever style they think that they're like their individual style. Like some people scream, some people have great vocals. Ozzy Osbourne, for example, terrible vocalist, or he's a terrible singer, great vocalist, right? That was all it's all he could have done. But these people like David Drayman's he could sing, but he just doesn't. He's just like, no, I'm gonna sound like shit. I'm like, oh, great, cool. I like it. I love it. And it's like that whiny 2000s fucking like poser metal stuff where it's like, we're a metal band, but we're not. It's like, no, fuck off. If you're gonna be metal, be metal. All right. Okay. I need some Children of Bodom, Trivium back in the day. Like Trivium back in the day. But yeah, I don't like it. System of a Down. Yeah, System of a Down's great. Fucking great.
Everyone loves System of a Down. I don't trust anyone who doesn't. If they say they don't like System of a Down, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
None of them can play any instruments, and they're so good. Like, it's so hilarious. System of a Down is the funniest band because the guitarist, Darren Malakian, one of the worst guitarists in the world that's like famous for playing guitar. He's a awful guitarist, but amazing songwriter. Serge Tankian, he can play a bunch of instruments, none of them well. Amazing songwriter. Great vocalist.
Fantastic.
Shavo Odagian, the bassist, barely can play bass in System of a Down. The drummer is probably the only person that's like kind of wicked. He's pretty fucking beast.
Drummers,
yeah. But their band is they can't play, but they all you need is good songwriting, and they proved it because Darren Malakian, I could play better guitar than Darren Malakian my probably second week I was playing guitar. I'm not even.
He's also a good singer too. I like his voice.
Yeah, he sounds good.
Yeah, he does. I always enjoyed when he sang on stuff.
Yeah. Oh, anyways, let's do Nugget Snake. Shit, I'm sorry, guys.
I'm good. Go.
When I talk about music, I get turned. Like when I gush G, go ahead, go on, get the hell out of here. Go, keep going, all right. So yeah, when I had Gus G from Ozzy Osbourne on my show recently, and I had one of the clips from that show went fucking nuclear and got like 100,000 views in like a day. It's crazy. But I asked Gus G why he left Ozzy Osbourne. It was a great show. But I had Phil Labonte from All That Remains on recently, and I can talk about music for hours, and I have a lot of spicy takes about music too. So, but yeah, I don't fuck with that weird 2000s metal. Ooh, hate it. It all sounds garbagey. But yeah, I like hair metal. Grew up on hair metal. That's what I like. I like hair metal and I like
Creed.
metalcore.
It's like I'm just kidding.
Creed? Oh,
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I hate Creed, but I also love Creed.
People are trying to bring it back, dude. They're trying to bring it back. They're saying
Dude.
everyone should listen to them. Because I'm like, no.
Oh my
Don't do it.
god, dude! I'll be in the gym and it will start playing the song, and I'm like lifting. I'm like, fuck, bro, and I'm like lifting, and I'm like doing my set. I'm like, God, I hate this. I hate fucking Creed. I hate this shit. And it's like, boom, and I'll get like to 6th rep, 7th rep, and I'm just like, when you are with me.
I think that's why they're trying to bring them back because
like,
people don't really hate them.
Can't help it. It's like I gotta hear it comes. I have to sing it. God, with arms wide open. Oh,
well, would you pick Creed or Nickelback if you had?
Creed.
To, like...
Oh, fuck Nickelback. I can't even do that with Nickelback.
Why do people hate them so much?
Chad Kroeger has that voice. He has that fucking 2000s fake voice. He has the same voice. Heard about fuck off. No.
Yeah, I don't like
Chad
them,
Kroeger.
but I just didn't understand like the real hate towards them. I didn't know if it was just like a joke or
dead. No,
actual hate.
No, I agree, kind of, but they suck. But no, Creed. They Mark Tremonti, guitarist, amazing songwriter. Fucking well, they changed their name right to Alter Bridge when they got old dude in. Amazing band, fantastic songwriters, and same band. So obviously Creed has decent music. Scott Stapp, I kind of like his weird ass voice when he's just so crazy, some bitch. And but they're back together now, and they're touring. I'm gonna go see some Creed, bro.
I'm telling you, they might have a comeback, man. People are really feeling them.
Yeah. It's like Journey.
Mm-hmm.
If Steve Perry joined Journey, you best believe I'm breaking the bank. Let's go. I'm going to see him. I don't care. He still sounds great, and he's like freaking 50 or 60 or something. He still sounds amazing.
I like Led Zeppelin and Greta Van Fleet sounds like them. I know some people don't like them. Have you ever heard them? Greta Van Fleet.
Greta, they sound like they're the Jet, right?
Yeah.
So like every 10 years there's a band like Jet. And
I think they're pretty good though.
They're all right. They just write everything.
And Robert Plant likes him, Josh.
Of course, they should.
Singer, so.
The only thing I don't like, LeeAnn, is the fact that they're like, oh no, we're not inspired by Led Zeppelin at all. I'm like, oh, fuck off, you motherfucker.
Oh no, they
you
say that they are. Like that's their inspiration. Like they love them. They dress like that and everything.
They just write everything in the key of A. And
who are we talking about?
That's
Greta Van Fleet.
I hate them.
I love it.
I hate Greta Van Fleet. It's so funny. I was just talking about that with a friend recently who's like a musician. And we were talking, I was like, this band, because everybody loves it. Everybody's talking about Greta Van Fleet. They're the next Led Zeppelin. And I was like, I hate them.
Listen, Zia, the issue is for me. This is the issue for me. They're good musicians. The issue for me. And they do have a great voice. The issue is they're like they sound too much like Led Zeppelin, and they're not as good at songwriting, even close. So what's the fucking point? Like you got to do something different. It's like Jet. Diddly 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 doo, diddly 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 doo. They came out with the one song sound like Led Zeppelin, and like
Are You Gonna Be My Girl?
Are you gonna be my girl? Like
song.
it's and they only kind of sound like Led Zeppelin. Greta Van Fleet, like I heard the "Woman, you really want me," and I, like for the first time I ever heard it.
That's Wolf Mother.
Same fucking thing.
But yeah.
What is the song I keep hearing in the gym?
I don't know. They play a lot of weird shit at your gym.
That is an old song. Fuck, what am I thinking? What is that song that plays at the gym? It's Greta Van Fleet, and it plays all the time. Anyways, the first time I ever heard it, I was like, is this a Zeppelin song that I have not heard? This is weird. And I'm like, if I'm mistaking you for Zeppelin, you went too hard.
But you're right. None of their songs are anywhere near as good. They're just not great songs.
They're just in the key of A.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I
They're
get
not
it.
like the best, but I like them more than a lot of shit that comes out now.
Sure. No, I will give you that 1,000%.
Yeah.
They're better than 99% of shit. And they won a Grammy. They did all their shit. But it's also when you see a 22-year-old, oh my God, have you ever heard Granted? They're amazing. And I'm like, you bitch. You don't even know. You're saying things. Listen to this song. It's a new Greta Van Fleet song. Dude, I'm going to do that shit too. Next time I hang out with a 22-year-old girl that's like dumb and thinks I'm going to marry him, I'm going to be like, dude, you like Greta Van Fleet? Yeah, I love them. Dude, you should hear this song. Listen to this song right now. And it's going to be
Put
like
on Led Zeppelin.
Hey, hey, baby, I'm going to leave you because I'm going to ramble. They're going to be like, wow, this is awesome. I'm like, yeah, it's because it's Led Zeppelin. It was in the 70s, you bitch. You have no idea. It already happened. Come on, it's over.
Yeah.
It already came out. And it was great, and now it's gone. Okay. Robert Plant's old. They're all old. All right. Let's do some next thing. I can't talk about music. I'll fucking go another 5 hours. I just can't do it. I don't know why. People don't realize, but I have an entire recording studio in my house for a reason. That's all I do. Play music and write music. It's time, boys. You guys ready? You ready, Zia?
I'm ready.
That looks like something that I almost bought on Amazon recently.
This is my nighty. I'm gonna seep in this after.
Seep?
I
Oh,
didn't think
sleep.
you had underwear on for a second. I was like, girl, we are on. Like,
I'm gonna seep.
I was so
in here.
confused. I was like, what the fuck?
She's gonna be seeping
LeeAnn's
in
like,
here.
what's happening over
I'm
here?
like, did we switch to Chatterbait or something? Like,
Yeah, we're only on
somewhere else
Chatterbait
now?
actually live right now. My balls are about to come out. Like,
Yeah, Cody's not wearing pants for a reason. He's gonna stand up.
I've been erect
Right.
for 2 hours. I've been waiting patiently. No. Here we go. It's time, boys. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys so much for supporting your boy. Real big shout out to Janine for like a fucking 20 of these $20.
Yeah.
I appreciate you so much.
Fuck politicians.
Hell yeah. Gabriel Knott with a giant, delicious, spicy red boy. But prior to that was this delicious pink boy. Thank you. No one matched that. No one was even close. Gabriel's the man. Gabriel's the king tonight. I appreciate you. I don't deserve even $1 of that shit, but I'm so damn thankful that you chose my dumb ass to support because everybody just keeps supporting millionaires like that lie to you about socialism, like Hassan Packer.
Yeah.
The fact that people choose to support me or support Zia. Zia's hitting whipped cream goal every other stream. You're supporting small creators that are just being their damn self. And I appreciate that because these guys that buy Ferraris off of your socialism money, they ain't real. They fake shit. Eric, love you. I'll send for LeeAnn. She based. I love you so much. Thank you. And thank you to LeeAnn as well.
Thanks
Eric,
for having me.
look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker. 4 red boys, 1 away from a red ass night. That was close. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. I love you. As per usual, it's time for Naked Snake. Here we go. Oh my God. We had 900 people in here at one point. Make sure you like the show. Let's get it to 600 likes. I appreciate you guys so much. It's time for Naked Snake with a 6 Zia. Look at her coughing.
Yeah, you got to
Sorry,
cough while you
guys.
do it.
Yeah,
Spam
that's what makes it hot, right?
Spam the Camelot Snake in the chat. Flex on you. If you're a member. If you're not a member, become a member. You bitch. What are you doing? Here we go, boys.
Cody gets naked and then Zia gets naked.
I can't, but
You can do the boob. I can't wait to see you do the booby thing.
well, when do I
Also-
do it?
There's like a part where he does it when it goes, and then you can see. It's hard to get the time right. Even I don't get the time right.
Here we go, boys.
Shirt's coming off. And then he's gonna be completely naked because he's not wearing pants.
Oh my God, look at her. Whoo! Here we go. Ready? In my time, there been nobody else. Oh my God. Crying. It's the way I fly to you. Steph, the first one. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Your favorite part, Sonya. Here we go.
There. So he does it.
I could do that.
Oh my God, Alan. Look at him. There she goes. Oh my God. Oh my. Look at
That's
it. It
amazing.
looks just as good as mine. That's crazy.
It does. Holy shit.
I'm gonna make a whole Christmas thing tomorrow of doing it. But
Oh my God.
Is that going to be on OnlyFans?
yeah,
festive
well, there's
OnlyFans
gonna be one
content?
with clothes on, and then one on there with none.
You can do that.
Perfect.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
Oh my God, boys. Unbelievable. Great revelations tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. Love you. Look at Zia's core. Still looks good, even though she's eating cake and shit. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I haven't eaten much of anything in like 3 days. Today was the first day I had food.
That's probably why it looks so good.
Yeah.
Exactly
Here it
why.
is. One more time, everybody. Appreciate you guys so much. Love you. You guys are goated. Here we go. We're still in the dream, boys. Love you, Sonya. It's that time again. One more time. Like the show. Here we go. Amazing. Amazing. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the goats. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Who farted?
Oh my God, my favorite thing in the world. So I'm playing a game called Lethal Company. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of like you can just do it for hours. It's kind of fun. Laid back, casual. And it's got proximity chat, right? So when you're playing the game, it's proximity. So like if somebody's like 3 doors down in a different room, they sound really far away and echoey. It sounds like legit. They did a great job with it. It sounds like they're in a room 3 seconds. So if I hear somebody saying, is there anybody in this area? Anybody? Because you're playing with people, I'll just be like, and it's like echoey fart. And they're like, what the fuck? Holy
I
shit.
love that.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Frozen Toy says, Zia.
Oh my
Says,
God.
I'm the guy who gets more turned on with the naughty.
Love it.
Anticipation of what I will see is extremely attractive. Both of you ladies are hot. Wait, what the fuck?
Thank you. Not you, Cody. Ladies. He said ladies.
Come on. I got a line developing, like just that you goes straight across the top of my titty.
Them striations, son.
Nice.
Yeah, the diet's
Frozen
working.
toy. I like that because that's what I'm honestly 90% of the time is just me walking around in this and underwear. Is it at home? Because it's
Yeah,
so
see,
nice and soft and
I'd be
cozy.
dumping loads twice a day. I can't deal with that shit. Ugh.
With a nice
I'm like, take your drawers off. Sorry, bro.
The
It's over.
coughing is so hot.
Oh, don't you love that? If I'm
Oh,
just
it's making
hacking
me
it
wet.
up from behind.
It's making me wet.
I'm so
Oh, God,
sorry, you
Jesus.
guys.
Thank you, guys. Make sure you do me a favor, though. Make sure we are 50 likes from 600. 50 likes from 600. Give your boy some love. This is one of the highest replayed shows that I do. It always blows up after it comes out. But why? Oh, okay, never mind. So Good Logic put me in his thumbnail, so I'm gonna rate him. I noticed that Good Logic has my face in his thumbnail, so we're gonna rate him tonight. I'm just see my face. I'm like, what the fuck is my face in his thumbnail for? Thank you guys so much. I love you, Alan Jones. I love you. We hit the goals. The Rumble rants were on damn fire. The super chats were on fire as per usual, outperforming channels with millions of subs. Even Zia does that shit even at a higher ratio than my dumbass. So make sure
everybody's so great, like you said, to support our asses when they're, we're just like these little. I'm like an itty bitty creator.
we're babies.
It's just like, I don't know. It's so sweet.
Yeah, I told you you'd be successful. Thank you so much. All you gotta do is just keep doing it. Sonia is spamming LeeAnn's channel. Spam it away. Spam LeeAnn's socials. What do you got to promote, Leah? LeeAnn?
Just Twitter, TikTok. I just make videos, and I'm actually going to do a podcast on Rumble probably after Christmas. But only on Rumble because fuck YouTube. But
Yeah.
They hate me.
Yeah. If Rumble was like, hey, bro, come stream over here, like exclusively, I'd be like, I mean, it depends.
Well, they like demonetized me on YouTube in 2017 for no reason. They still never told me.
Damn.
So
That's horrible.
Dude, my
no
life would
clue.
be over.
I gave up.
I'd be like, all right, Z, I got demonetized. I'll see you later. And before she responds, I already ate the 12 gig.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
gonna be honest
I need
with
to be
you,
able to say what I want.
there
So
too.
yeah.
I kill myself. Yeah, it sucks. I'd be like, well, can't pay the mortgage. I'll see y'all on the other side.
I'm kind of with you on that, Cody. If that happened to me, I'd be like, well, that's it.
Yeah, that's all she wrote, man. Because I'm not big enough. Again, I'm not big enough. 1,000 concurrent, it's not big enough anymore. Rumble ain't gonna offer me shit. If I'm like, oh fuck, I'm demonetized, and everybody starts freaking out about it, Rumble's gonna be like, because they want to pay like some random rapper streamer $10 million to stream once a month. That's what they want to do, which is weird to me. But whatever.
I don't understand it.
I don't either.
Watch Rice Gum stream to nobody and looking at sneakers on eBay. Like, what the
Yeah, I
fuck are
know.
y'all doing?
Yeah, like
They
how
gave him
is
$10 million. They gave him
anymore.
$10 million.
how is that making them money? I don't
It
get it.
doesn't.
It's all for the PR release. We got Rice Gum. I'm like, dude, he quit YouTube in like 2012. What do you mean you got Rice?
I hate
Who the fuck
I
watches
hate
him?
that.
Seriously. Like,
9-year-olds.
yeah,
Look at them sneakers, bro.
that's
Look at them
weird.
sneakers. All right, boys. I love you. I appreciate you so
I love
much.
you guys.
You guys are goated. Thanks again,
Thanks for
LeeAnn.
hanging out.
Thanks to Zia as per usual. I'll see Zia Wednesday.
I'm seeing Cody on Wednesday in person for the first
She's gonna
time
pick me up
ever.
at the airport, and I'm definitely not gonna drive. Thank you. I appreciate it. Definitely not. It's not gonna happen. But we're having a lot of fun. We're gonna do our show live from the Pocono Mountains.
Oh yeah. Wait,
Are
you're
you going,
there?
LeeAnn?
Yeah.
Are you going there with Chrissy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I couldn't come. Boo.
Damn.
Bastard.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
Next one. I couldn't
It
go
was
to the
too
last
close
one.
when she told me. So
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I love you. I'll see you guys Monday. New video as well. Of course, don't forget Mitchell with the 5 gifted memberships right at the end. I love you. I appreciate you guys. Get the hell on it, dog on it, and make sure you
Good
like the
night,
show on the
you
way
guys.
out.
You
Thank
are the
you.
best.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.